I was listening to the Meat Puppets singing, and I realized that great singers put absolutely zero effort. Like it appears that they're putting zero effort into their, like they almost look like they're talking.
Absolutely, that's a good singer.
You know when Barbra Streisand's like, it's like too much effort.
Yeah, it
some
should
things
be
like this.
simple.
Let me show you how to sing, Ron.
All right.
Some things will never change. You know. Yeah, that's it.
Sounded good.
Yeah, exactly. If I went like, some things will never change, you would say it was no good. I'll just be like, some things will never change. That's it.
That's the kind of song you need. You need a song you can just talk.
I just need to play guitar when I sing.
Air guitar.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Come on, let's sing, Robin. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Robin is here, Fred is here, and Jackie is as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-booey, ba-boo-boo-booey too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-booey is here.
You could be a jazz singer.
Ba-ba-boo-boo-boo-booey, ba-ba-bowie. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-wee, ba-ba-booey. We got a really good show. It's not gonna blow today.
Yeah.
Quick quiz. Which king of media got a good night's sleep?
Howard.
Actually, I didn't. Jackie said to me, you must have got a good night's sleep. I said, I really didn't. I was up at 1 o'clock this morning. Went to bed at 8, woke up at 1.
And you're okay?
I don't know. I'm fine right now. I don't know how I'll be later. I can't sleep anymore.
In a good mood.
I can't sleep anymore.
Is that right?
I'm too charged up from all this movie writing. I was over at the Private Parts office yesterday.
Yeah.
And, yeah. And, we were writing and... Is it
an elaborate office?
My office is kind of nice, but they threw me out of it and someone took it over. And I'm in a room that just has a desk and a chair. So I really don't have a nice office. Peter Torgvay took my office.
Oh.
That's cool.
Well, he's there more often.
Yeah, I told him to take it.
Yeah.
So I was over at the office, working on the movie yesterday, and I get very charged up from it because basically what we've done is thrown out all previous scripts, and John Avildsen says, now this is the first script, so forget everything else. You're
kidding. They junked your entire script?
I junked it. I decided to. I'm charged up from the new direction we're taking, and I've already submitted 40 pages, and he liked your 40 pages? Yeah. They're not going to use all of it. They're going to tighten some stuff up, but they want me just writing everything, even overkill.
Well, what is Peter Torgvay going to do?
I don't know. No, Peter Torgvay takes the stuff and then goes off and writes it in cinema terms and tries to tighten up the story.
I thought you could write the script.
Believe me. All right. So anyway, everybody's working. No, Peter Torgvay's working. I'm working on it. Yeah. We're all working on it. And John G. Avildsen, of course, heading up the... He's got great ideas. Yeah? Yeah. 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 My director. Yeah. I'm going to sing about my director. John G. Avildsen directed Rocky and Karate Kid and Power of One and Lean on Me. Yeah. Yeah. I know he must be a good director because Jackie's so jealous he won't look at me. All right, good. That's the way to go. That's how you gauge if you're on a roll. Yeah. When Jackie won't look at you, you know you're on a roll. Come on, everybody. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. When Jackie won't look at you, you know you're on a roll. Yeah. 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 And look at Fred over there. He won't shut his cake hole. Come on, baby. Yeah. Take it, Jackie. I'm so jealous today. Yeah. All right, forget it. Yeah. All right, good. Fun when Jackie's jealous. Yeah, it's good. It's good for him. Believe me, that's what keeps him motivated. That's why I keep him working. I gotta impress boss. I gotta do things too. He's becoming a power broker. Yeah, maybe boss knows something. So anyway, I was over there, and
how long did you stay over there?
I was going to go for an hour, but I ended up being there 3.5 hours or so.
Yeah.
And,
so you go home and you write until what time?
Right up until bedtime.
You work right up until you turn out the lights?
Well, yesterday was where I got home, and I was too involved with my IBM equipment. You got to see what I do now on my computer.
Oh no.
Here's what I can do on my computer.
Right. What do you
IBM. I'm going to give a plug to IBM.
I got to go see this.
You got to come over to my house
because it sounds like you've got some kind of a mainframe over there.
Let me tell you something. I run the world for my basement.
At this point,
Jackie,
it seems like that computer of yours should write the script by itself.
Let me tell you something. It could.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what. You want to hear what the computer can do, or you want me to take a break first?
Break first.
Oh.
Tell us.
I'm into it. Forget the break.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to give a plug to IBM because I really do think they're ingenious.
All right. What have they done now?
Okay. So I sit at my desk and I click into a program. It's called, I'm trying to think what the program is called now. It's called Pictel, I think. And a big window comes up. And I click onto a phone book. Mm-hmm. And like yesterday, the reason it was set up was for this purpose. I clicked into Robin, not you, Robin who edits my TV show. Mm-hmm. I clicked on her name. After I clicked on her name, about 2 seconds later, I start to hear her voice. Then I see her editing my TV show. And
what are you talking about?
What do you mean you see her? What's the image?
I call up the studio.
It's on a modem.
I call up the studio. Okay.
Which studio?
Where we edit our TV show, National Television Studios.
Okay.
I've been upset that I can't be a part of the edit.
Right.
So I pull up into the room. I can either look at the person editing, the crew.
They got a camera in the room?
Yeah. Oh, I have a camera on me. They can see me, or I can choose to blank myself out. I can show them documents on a separate camera. All right, this is all at my desk. And then, it's mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing.
And you can look at the screen that they'll...
You can see the editing screen.
And I see the editing screen as well. I switch back and forth between them. And I can pull up on them. They don't even know I'm in the room. Or it's like being Big Brother. It's like being God.
You're there.
Or I can let them know I'm there.
Is this by phone line?
No.
Yeah.
It's by
special. No, it's by phone line.
A special phone line.
Cjackie thinks it's a magic carpet. No, you can do it over a regular phone line, but I upgraded my phone line just for the hell of it.
Just so you could see it better.
Yeah, just so I could see better in case the camera ended up under someone's dress. How wild is that, Jackie?
You got a regular monitor?
Regular computer, right on my computer
monitor. How big is your monitor, though? I
got a 25-inch, I think.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
25 inches?
Yeah, but you can get that.
I don't have a place to put it.
Oh, that's your problem. Well, you have to move.
Throw away a cat.
Yeah, get rid of one of those cats and make it a computer room.
25 inches, I can get that.
Yeah, 25 inches. Hey, Robin, come on in here. Or Scott. Well, so Robin wasn't there. Scott was there editing, and I'm showing him pictures of Playboy, naked girls.
Jeez, you're not working there.
No, I wasn't working. I was playing.
That's another question. When you see them, is it that stop action?
It's not that pixelated thing?
It's a little pixelated, but hardly any. I mean, I could follow everything.
Not like that old telephone thing.
It looks better than the astronauts up in space. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good because they're further away.
Hey, where's Scott? Is he out there?
He might be editing. You might need to call.
Because every minute he got paranoid. He was like, is Howard watching us? Scott, how weird was it yesterday?
Was that the first day you used it?
Was it? Yeah, it was the first day that I had it up.
Ah.
What was it like, man? Wasn't it like man landing on the moon?
Yeah, it's weird, because you move like this.
Yeah. If it's like this, you move.
Uh-huh.
But you see, I can watch him edit. I was watching him edit the Stuttering John show.
Wait a minute. When you're seeing the screen that they're editing on, it's like that?
Yeah, you can... Well, you can...
It's good. You can see it over my house. It's fine.
Yeah, you can choose... I can choose to show you what we're editing, right?
Yeah.
Or us.
Yeah. When the guys...
You know that's very Max Headroom.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
You know, where you all of a sudden you're just looking around with a camera and you can see anything you want.
It's called video conferencing.
Wow.
And also you can exchange documents. I can draw on the screen, draw things to them, and show them what I'm looking at.
How do you do that?
I just press a button on my... there's a little button bar, and I press the button. It has a pointing arrow.
You do it with the mouse, though.
With the mouse.
You don't have a board.
No, with a mouse.
Okay.
Right off your computer keyboard.
So you have a program and they have a matching program there. It's like kind of
if you had one in your house, we could write documents back and forth or something like that, or look at each other.
No nothing.
No faxing, nothing. And you can capture. I can capture the video, and I can play.
You can record.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Digitally too.
Can you record us?
Yeah. Sure, I can record anything coming over the screen.
It's basically
That's
print screen
amazing.
type thing.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything to him, huh, Scott?
So I can send him video. He can't. No, because I'll tell you how the program works.
I can cut the wires.
You can hide behind the camera.
Here's the key.
Okay.
They have an auto answer on their machine that is kept permanently on, so I can dial in anytime.
Anytime.
My auto answer.
Is there a light?
No, they don't. You don't know when I'm in, unless I put the sound on.
I only know if you're in because it rings in.
Yeah. Oh, you hear it.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. You heard it.
Oh yeah.
And then there's thank God. And then there's
Scott's
auto.
in there doing things.
And then there's auto answer. Well, I was watching them. They're all sitting around drinking Snapple. I go, hey guys, do you work? Do you guys work or do you? And they're like, oh my God, this is our worst nightmare.
Oh, no.
I go, why am I busy working and you guys are drinking Snapples? They go,
Break! You're taking a break?
And the screen is clear. I mean, I see everything.
Yeah. We have
So
two,
it's not a hazy picture.
No.
Okay.
and it's not just one camera. We have 2 cameras in the room.
Oh.
So someone can be sitting on the couch and talking to
He gave me a tour of the room.
So you can hear everybody in the room? Nobody has
crystal
to be
clear.
mic'd or
Was there like
anything?
2 lipstick cameras in there type thing?
No, I have a. Listen to this. I have a camera on my computer.
Inside your computer?
No.
No?
It sits right on top of the computer. You can't even notice it. It's like this. I can control the zoom on it. I can control anything on it. And we just look at each other. He zooms out, he zooms in if he wants, or we keep it set at one level.
I gotta come out there and
come
see
over my
what
house.
you got going on.
Why don't you come over to my house one day? I'll give you a tour of my computer.
This sounds ridiculous.
It's completely out of hand.
It must have taken over your entire basement.
No.
How big is it? I gotta see what runs
It's not big at all.
You're kidding.
No.
You should have Ganji tape that for you. That's really interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Wild.
I think he's doing a piece on it.
Yeah, he is going to do a piece on IBM and what they're doing with video conferencing.
Wow.
I insist on it. And as a matter of fact, IBM is so far ahead of Apple on this that the guy who owns Apple, he bought
He bought an
IBM to run the video conferencing.
Are you kidding?
Well, businesses are all doing it. Even small businesses now are doing it. In fact, I'm thinking of putting one in the offices of E in Los Angeles so that when I have their meetings with them every week, we can just look at each other.
Sure.
It's so cool.
It's pretty new, though, right?
No, as a matter of fact, it's been around a while, but it's now becoming affordable to every consumer because it's now down in price. The actual software is about $2,500.
Stop it.
So for a small business, it's very affordable.
So you're talking software, but then you got to buy cameras.
The camera's not that expensive. It wasn't that bad.
They're small cameras.
They're tiny little cameras.
And you don't necessarily have to use those cameras.
No, you can use your home video camera.
Yeah.
You can hook your home video camera in.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I just put the camera there because I just ran out of,
You
space.
finally ran out of space.
Yeah, they call that in computing, I ran out of real estate.
And you can do other things on your computer and keep the window open.
Yeah, well, right now I have you guys on a separate computer, and I'm going to incorporate it into my system. I'm just
How
getting
many
working.
computers do you have now?
Just the one, and I got a laptop.
In other words, you could minimize it
I gotta
somewhat.
come out there and see what you're doing.
What?
You could minimize it somewhat and have it down in the lower, like picture-in-picture, so you could be working on a document.
You can put it in a little corner.
Here's what I can do. If they're editing, and I want to talk to Scott, I can make him almost 3/4 of the screen big, or take him down a half screen.
Because you got to remember, he's got a 25-inch screen.
I always keep a little screen of myself up so I can see what I look like, my presentation to them, although I could take that off.
Why do you have to see yourself?
Because I want to see what they're seeing of me if I'm looking at myself. And I'll tell you,
crazy.
Then, if we start to exchange documents, I can blow out another window. I don't really exchange documents with these guys that much.
But where's the video?
The video comes on the screen when I'm not looking at them. In other words, if they start playing video,
so you can either look at them or look at video. You can't look at both.
We set it up that way.
Okay.
In other words, I'm there to watch the video, not look at them. But if they're not running video, I like to look at what they're doing. And then if they have something to show me or tell me, they just stop the video.
But does that mean the cameras are picking up the video? You're not getting a direct video?
No, I have direct video feed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Can you believe that?
That's amazing.
I have direct video feed.
Amazing.
So I'm in the room with them.
Jesus.
I'm in the room more than they are.
It's come a long way from the conference
You're in the
call.
machine. You're like the ghost in the machine.
Yeah. And these guys get all weirded out. They're like, is he there? Dave, is he there?
How?
So I do that, and then what I can do, then I just take the IBM computer, and sometimes I just dictate to it and talk to it, and it transcribes it into written word.
Right, I got to see that function, too.
It's too cool what they're developing. It's really too cool, and you know what? You ought to come over and see it.
I have to. I have to. Now this is intriguing.
If anybody else has video conferencing, call me here at the station. I'd like to call you. And you know who I heard has it? Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley.
For each other. That's how they're married.
No. They actually have one in their home, supposedly.
Yeah.
And I need to call them.
I'm just saying that's probably how they run that marriage.
Yeah, they probably have sex through that stupid thing. I tell you, man, we're only days away from having that where you can have sex with your computer.
Well,
I can't wait
you're
for
only
that.
days away from never have to see another human being.
I've worked my life
there in that room.
I've worked my life that I'm almost at the point I don't have to leave the house.
Do the radio show from home.
Yeah, well, I'm almost geared up for that.
Okay, cool.
Imagine Robin will be working with me for like the next 10 years and never see my face.
Never see you.
I go, I wonder how Howard looks now. And then like one day she gets a glimpse through the computer and sees these giant toenails and a long beard.
Harriet Nelson, like all of a sudden.
Yeah, right.
Oh, dear, yeah,
look at the decay on this guy.
Star Trek episode. That's not the guy.
That's not the guy I know.
He looks like Captain Pike. He's in a little box.
Beep. Well, wasn't it cool?
Yeah, it's cool. Sometimes it's cool.
Oh, you liked it? Wasn't it weird when you tuned into my house and I was showing you around?
Well, your office looks like a spaceship, so
Doesn't it?
appears that you're on a
what did it look like to you looking into my house?
It's weird. It's weird because the lens is sort of fisheye, right?
Yeah.
So you get that sort of underwater kind of...
We made it fisheye so you could see, you want to see out. One peripheral vision.
And then you see, like Laura walking behind you and the IBM
It
guy.
almost looks like you're looking into the space shuttle.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it does, because it was weird. I was talking to Scott, and I'm looking at him. I'm getting used to just seeing him on video, and then all of a sudden, like, this guy walks in, and I go, hey, who's that? Is that the guy from IBM? He goes, no, this is our editor. I had never met him before. And then I met him, and then another guy. And you feel like you met these guys. Like
but did they see you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You let them see you this time.
Yeah. I allowed myself to be seen, and then I blacked myself out.
Yeah, but you had your hair up. It was a different...
Yeah, it looked weird.
Now, what you were telling me about that button. There's a button
where I can block out my audio and video. Yeah.
Well, at one point you put
So you could silently watch them.
Yeah.
Well, there was a show. You put up a CD at one point.
Yeah, at one point I tested. I have a separate little camera that I use aimed at my desk, so I put up Playboy pictures.
Right.
How'd that look? Did you see when I used my finger?
Your new assistant.
Yeah. I said, Scott, I have a new assistant. I need to show you a picture of her. And the guys like that.
Now, let me ask
Already I've made it X-rated.
Really? All right, let me ask you something, because the other functions are that you can pull up the TV and all of that still.
And I can run video to them.
Uh-huh.
If I want to show them video, I have a VCR right next to me. I can just hit play, and you guys can see video. So if I have a problem with something, I can...
Are you pointing a camera to that? Or
no,
that's
it's going to be direct. I haven't linked that up yet, so once I do that, I'll be able to do that.
So you'll be able to take it perfectly and use it for broadcast if you wanted.
Nah.
Or you have professional equipment, it's just VHS?
Yeah, that'd be rough.
Okay.
And you can send sound, too?
Yeah, the sound's perfect.
Is it good quality?
Yeah, good quality.
Yeah. Hey! No. Hey, I gotta get there.
I can do computer gigs.
Isn't it wild, Jackie?
It's unbelievable.
It's really great for someone like me who really has been pretty busy. I can't get in on...
When do you get that holographic function so you can send yourself?
I know.
So you're actually sitting in the room.
Well, what's great about it is that now...
Not far away.
No, it's not. It's real. IBM and his team over there, Jeff Schick, boy, I tell you, I mean, we've been working on this for a while, and finally...
very long while.
Well, yeah. Well, with the cooperation of the E-Network, we got it all in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People come by.
Lord knows I wasn't going to pay for it.
Amazing operation.
Because the rumor's gotten out at National, people come by and they sort of check it out, but we'll close the door.
Yeah. Well, no, today when I tune in, give me a tour if there's any hot chicks.
You should charge a cover to get in.
Well, their cameras don't move; they're mounted.
No.
He moved me around the room.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I took the camera and pointed it around.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It's cool.
So the next step is where you have those cameras in his place, and you control the remote, like in here, so you can, like, follow Scott to the bathroom.
Oh, man.
No, I'm going to put a camera on Scott's head so I can live his life. I was watching him have sex with his girlfriend last night.
Fiance.
That's what he'll do, He'll hook you all up. He will see into your house.
And really what IBM is doing is they're gearing up for the future, because everyone will have one in their house. Instead of a telephone, you'll just be able to see each other.
Well, that's the way it's going. I mean, everything's going to be integrated, your TV, everything.
Because that's what I have now. I mean, and basically, if someone else has video conferencing...
So can you watch... You can just throw everything else off the screen and just turn on the TV?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. You can bring it up full picture.
Yeah, I bring it up full picture. I did that yesterday. When I had those naked pictures on there, I wanted to see them full screen. And it's real good. The quality's good. What can I tell you?
That's amazing. I'm getting a new compact, so I can have the TV on my computer.
You're getting a compact?
Yeah.
Who told you to do that?
A friend of mine.
Who is that? That girl? That computer whiz? There's a program called, why do you have to get a compact?
She just recommends it.
What's her credentials?
What is that?
What is her credentials?
I don't know what school she went to.
So what, are you going to have 2 computers sitting on your desk?
No, I'm getting rid of my other one.
And you're going to get a compact?
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you off the air. don't know what you're up to. I don't know who you're getting advice from. I'll have to investigate what you're up to.
Well, I have a special situation where I need something up really fast, too.
I know you do, but that's guys in bed also. Everything with you has to be up fast.
Oh,
You know, sometimes you got to take a little time with your men and with your computers.
I don't have time.
I see. Special situation. She's going to throw money out the window because she's got a special situation.
I really need to get something done very quickly, and I need to be able to communicate.
With some word processing?
No, I have
documents?
to be able to exchange, and we need the same database and all that stuff, so I need to really
And Compact's going to do that for you.
Network situation going here.
Oh, I see, a little network. So the guy that you're working with has a Compact?
No, I'm giving them my computer and taking this new one so that I can communicate.
I got to look into this. I got to find out what's going on there. I'm going to have to put a screen in your house, a camera in your house. I'm going to have to see. You ought to let me. You ought to allow me to invade your privacy so I can run your life from my house. What?
That is a whole show.
That's a show. That's a show. That's a lot better than Scott.
I'll never let you in there.
Man.
I tuned in yesterday to the Scott Einziger show, watching him edit.
How is that show?
It's so boring. What a boring life you have. Yeah. Oh my God. It's so. You know what I did? I tuned out. I couldn't take it. What time do you actually finish the edit so I can just tune in and see the completed?
I got done at 7 o'clock last night.
Yeah, I was busy.
Isn't there some way you could have him? They could set up a switch so that he could tell.
He can call me and tell me.
Well, that's time consuming. I'm saying there could be something more immediate.
No, that's what I'm telling you. He calls me on the computer and I just click yes, and then I can go watch it.
Just so while you're sitting there, you're doing something else.
It rings, and the noise comes on the computer and says, "There's someone waiting to do video conferencing with you." And I hit yes, and then Pretty Boys on the screen.
It's boring, though, isn't it, watching that?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't think for a half-hour show how much...
But I had a lot of distractions. It was like a new toy, and I was busy screwing around with it. Plus, we're all going to get taught some stuff on it.
Next week, I think.
Yeah, next week's big lessons, How cool is that? Hey, so if anybody else has video conferencing...
He'd like to call you.
I'd like to call you. So if you have it... In fact, there's about 50 guys at IBM who all use video conferencing, but I don't want to call them. I don't know them.
And you wouldn't understand the conversation anyway.
Yeah, right. There must be some cool dudes with this video conferencing capability who use it in business.
Yeah, maybe you could network yourself in some way with this.
Like a Michael Jackson or somebody.
Or a David Geffen or a Mike Ovid. Maybe they have it. Michael Eisner.
Yeah, we could get a little video, because now I got the ability to call anyone and see them and show them junk.
Your Ricer guys don't have this?
No, in fact, I was talking to them about getting it, but I realized it's crazy. Like, they were saying, don't you want to see the edit on the movie? I go, absolutely not. I trust John Avildsen to edit the movie.
Well, yeah, I wasn't talking about it for that.
I just don't trust Scott with the E-show.
What about the dailies and stuff like that?
Dailies? Let's not be obnoxious. I'll just go down and watch them wherever. You know what I mean? I'll watch those in my screening room, which is my TV set. Yeah, John Avildsen, the director of the movie, was giving me some, acting stuff to do yesterday.
Oh, you do little exercises?
No, they don't want me taking acting lessons because
they don't want you ruined.
They feel I have very good natural instincts and they want to play to those. But they were showing me stuff that first-time actors do always.
What?
Like Avildsen gave me a little. You want to know?
Yeah.
Do's and don'ts.
Do's and don'ts. He goes, I'm going to ask you a lot of times to hit your mark. He goes, do you understand what that means? I go, well, you want me to walk somewhere? He goes, you know why it's important? I go, no, why? He goes, we've set up the lighting just so on that mark that'll look right.
Right.
He says, when I tell you to hit your mark, I'm always going to say to you, don't look down. Every first-time actor looks down. And you're going to say to me, no, I'm not going to look down. I know where the mark is. And this is what every first-time actor does. You ready? All right. So they enter the room, and you have to walk up to your mark.
That's right. Like, you have to walk over to a couch or something.
This is what and he said, don't worry, I won't look down. Well, they open up the door, and they go... like that. Did you see the move?
They scurry.
Yeah, they scurry, but watch the eyes. Watch the eyes.
I can't see your eyes.
It's a quick peek. It's like this.
A glance down?
Yeah, a glance down.
You get your bearings and then run for it.
Yeah, you get your bearings and you run for it. So, little stuff like that so I don't look like a retard when we're on set. Cool junk.
Yeah.
And then I started arguing with him that I don't want to grow this stupid mustache. I hate facial hair, and why can't we put
Show everybody your new facial hair.
Well, I think they see it.
Hold up your chin.
I don't want to grow a mustache. I hate facial hair, but since I have to play myself when I had my horrible mustache, again, I say, come on, man, give me a break. Why can't we just use a fake mustache?
It's taken a long time for the top hair to grow in.
Well, I said to him, hey, did you notice I'm growing my mustache? And he goes, well, it's a good thing you started now. So what are you saying? I'm not manly?
Yeah. Because I remember, why is this so long and that's not?
What am I, God? I don't know why.
I have to ask you these difficult questions.
Anyway, so that's what's going on the IBM front.
Yeah. So tonight is part 2 of Stuttering John and Stuttering Vic with Mr.
Right?
Rogers footage. Yeah.
That's right. I was watching you edit. Yeah, you remember when we played Mr. Rogers and Stuttering Vic and Stuttering John got into the argument?
Right.
That's on the E! Show tonight.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. It's good stuff. It's pretty funny. I enjoyed watching it. But I enjoyed watching you edit it.
Maybe that's what we should do.
Maybe that's a new show.
A new show.
That's
So isn't that pretty cool on the computer front?
That sounds incredible.
Yeah, and the technology will be available in people's homes, I think, within 5 years. I mean, on a regular basis. Like, the phone company will hook you up and you'll have a little picture. Because everybody's been talking about the video phone for years. Yeah, well, it's here.
Is this going to go the other way, too, you think, where people are going to, their regular TVs will have this function?
Yeah.
You'll call on your TV. Because I can see already now. I mean,
Not everybody can't have 5 screens in their house.
Right.
Getting interchangeable.
Yeah. And what it is like I have a button on my computer where I can go to that, or I can just take that off and just use my computer on a regular basis. So it's going to be all contained within one screen, all computing. So you don't have to have 2 or 3 different screens.
Now, can your computer be a regular TV, too?
Yeah.
Where were you when we had this discussion before?
No, I'm
He's back on the 20 minutes ago. I said, yes. I told you not to be stupid, you moron. Yeah, I could take that and I could put a little picture in the corner, or I can expand it, make it half the screen,
we asked
full
if
screen.
you could make it full screen.
Yeah.
The TV.
No. I was talking about
TV.
TV.
Yeah.
All
right,
that's what we talked about.
I could take the picture and make it small and float it around the whole screen and put it in any corner I want.
Or make it full screen.
Right. Or any size between full screen and tiny.
Yeah, but we were just talking about whether you could actually use it just to watch TV.
Yeah, sure.
With the full screen.
Yes.
Want that question asked one more time, Jackie?
All right, Jackie, ask another question. Can you watch regular cable television?
Sorry, I'm so stupid.
Can you watch video?
I'll give you one better. I can watch video on my computer, capture it all, and then edit it on the computer.
Doesn't matter to me.
All right, he's all upset now. He's upset because I have a better computer than him. That's all that's going on here. I see the wheels turning already.
The part about the regular TV.
Is that all going to be integrated?
Unfortunately, the show is.
All right, let's take a break at this point while the love is in the room. I thought people would be interested in the latest technology of computers.
I want a tour. I mean, I think that you must have, like, IBM in your house, the whole company.
Yeah, well, no, not really, actually. In fact, I'm pretty much, they're pretty much done with me.
Yeah, but it looked like there were a lot of guys scurrying in and out.
No, yesterday was just, that was a guy from Boston. That wasn't yesterday, that was the day before.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's the expert on that stuff. Don't forget, our situation is pretty complicated. We're not just trying to look at each other. That you can just install that yourself. We're taking video and watching it. Yeah,
set up where you got direct lines into video. You got to have picture quality and so forth.
Yeah, it's a whole different thing. We're very important people. We're show business moguls.
There's real heavy duty stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean, 10 years ago I used to say I don't need a computer because I don't know what I'd use it for. Now I end up using it for everything. It's a great distraction.
What everything? What are you doing?
It's true, I'm doing nothing.
No, but you're writing the script on it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can do that, too?
Can you do a video?
Not only do I do that, but I set up a special macro program where, like, if, let's say I have in the script Robin talking, I just press a button Robin and it lines it up where it's supposed to go in the script and then,
Hey, can you write a script on that?
Yeah, you can write a script.
You can delete and stuff?
Yeah, you can delete on that. You can delete and watch TV.
You mean your word processor is in there, too?
All right, let's take a break while you two work this out. We'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah, baby. We are back, that's for sure. Okay, a bunch of things going on. First of all, I really, first of all, I just want to mention ratings. Every month we get ratings, and first of all, yesterday we came out #1 in New York with an 8.1 rating, one of the highest ratings. We beat WINS, and it turns out our ratings are even higher. They accidentally gave all our male numbers to the morning team at PLJ.
Oh, boy.
And we still beat them, even with that. But in Newsday, they make a big column today. Stern in second place? It's like First of all,
anything they can do.
I was number one. Even let's say the error was true.
Yeah.
I was still number one.
Right.
I don't know if people at home are following this. I was only number 2 in a demographic group, which it turns out now they're going to change because it was a mistake. PLJ doesn't, men don't listen to that. If you're half a man, you don't listen to that. Gay guys don't listen to that, all right? Right, Robin?
That's what you say, Howard.
There you go.
You've done the research.
So everyone knew it was wrong, and it turned out statistically it was impossible, too. So it turns out our ratings are even higher. But there's
a vendetta.
Everyone in the media is praying that I will do badly. They really want me to do badly.
I don't know. I'm trying to think this through rationally.
Yeah.
Most people have a honeymoon with the press where everything's wonderful, and then they start to knock you.
Well,
but you've never been on their good side.
If you think I'm paranoid, take a look at the Westaco Public Library system that allows all kinds of sexual books dealing with sexuality, and took my book and fired the librarian over it. By the way, I think she got 2 job offers, and we're going to, any day now, we'll know what's going on.
All right.
Take a look at all the stores that won't carry my book. There's nothing offensive on the cover. There's no reason. Parents are supervising children. There's just no reason why they wouldn't take the book. And now, a new thing to report.
What?
Our station in Florida, I believe this is, Fort Lauderdale. Okay, our station in Florida went to put an ad in the newspaper. And I'll show you a picture of the ad if you watch the E! Show. But here's the ad. It says one thing on it. It says Howard. And then it says Big 106 FM. Howard Stern Mornings, big 70s hits all day. That's the ad. Does everyone see that ad? The newspaper rejected it. Now, there's nothing sexual about it. It's a black box with white lettering that says Howard. That's the ad. All right, Jackie, you have the first question. The floor is yours. Tom, how's that?
Can I see it?
Yeah, you got to see it. Here's our general manager, Tom Chiasano. Take a look at that.
A major newspaper?
Major newspaper. The major newspaper in Florida.
Don't they have to give you a reason?
How's that?
It's absurd. There's nothing.
They will not take that ad. Gary has more information. Baba, Hohai, come in here and tell me more information.
Wow.
On what basis did they reject the ad? This is amazing. All it says on it, I swear to you, is Howard.
Because it says Big 106.
Maybe big. Maybe that refers to genitalia.
It's I'm not positive it's supposed to go in a newspaper. It's supposed to go into a brochure for the Fort Lauderdale Department of Parks and Recreation. In other words, our station is one of the sponsors of a big event that they have.
It's not a newspaper.
Advertising on tickets or something like that.
No, but it's just, in other words, when you have a big event.
Right, you get sponsors.
Yeah, whoever sponsors it, say Gatorade sponsors it.
So what would it be, a brochure? What do you mean a brochure?
Well, when you sponsor an event, they sometimes put out like a
little leaflet
or something.
Oh, so a newspaper didn't reject this.
Right.
Okay. Because newspapers, it was a better story before.
It was a newspaper,
You shouldn't have come in and said that. All right, well, maybe I'm not so persecuted. Well, I'm sure a newspaper would reject it.
Yeah, but for anybody to reject that ad is ridiculous.
It is.
Yeah, for the Parks to reject it is ridiculous.
Why would the Parks Department reject that ad? Really, I mean, come on. It says Howard on it. That's an outrage. In other words, they take all radio station ads and they, Let me see that. I am total shock this morning. The promotion director for Big 106 informed me that you will refuse to carry our advertisement for Big 106 in the Oktoberfest program.
Okay, so now you understand what it is? They had an Oktoberfest. They were going to have a program.
Yeah, I get it.
And this was an ad they took out for the program.
Yeah, and they won't let them run it.
Now, this is a place where they call people together to drink beer.
Right, yeah. This is where October. We know what Oktoberfest is. It's for drunks, and they won't take an ad that says Howard. Oktoberfest is so people can congregate and drink outdoors.
Tons and tons of different kinds of beers.
And drink different beers.
Listen to this. This is our promotions director writing to the Parks Department.
Yeah.
It says, this is outrageous, bigoted behavior. You run advertisements for Selkirk Cable. They broadcast softcore porno.
Right. Yeah, what's going on?
Where's the line? It's a zigzag line.
Wait a second. They're claiming that the Haitian community would be upset by your ad. That's what it says. It says you claim that the Haitian community is upset. I've heard nothing from them, not a word. Yeah. This isn't even a Haitian event.
No. What has this got to do with Haitians? Haitians barely read.
But even if they were upset, so what?
Yeah, I mean, what, you're not allowed to advertise? You're not saying, hey, come to a Klan rally. The Haitians would be upset. Why would the Haitians be upset?
The leaflets.
What?
The leaflets wind up in the water, and when they wash up, they...
Yeah. And what's wrong with Haitians being upset? I'm an American. I don't care what the Haitians think.
But that's what I'm saying. What? So they get upset?
Yeah, I mean, look, big deal. I mean, the Haitians are suddenly empowered.
Oh, no, what if they go home?
What?
What if they go home?
Yeah, what if they get upset and go home? What happens when Haitians get upset?
Nothing.
Nothing. They don't riot against their government. They don't take up arms against their government. They do nothing.
They put pins in a doll or something.
Yeah, so they'll put some pins in a doll.
You're the citizen of this country, not them.
Yeah, I know. It's ludicrous. The Haitians have more rights than I do.
Upset the Haitians.
The Haitians will be upset. Is that what it says? The Haitians will be upset?
That's what it says.
Read that part again to me.
This is outrageous, bigoted behavior. You have run advert. Oh, wait a second. You claim that the Haitian community is upset. I have heard nothing from them, not a word. This is not, by the way, a Haitian event.
Yeah, Oktoberfest. And by the way, what happens at Oktoberfest? A bunch of guys dress up in lederhosen.
Right, they wear those stupid leather shorts.
Yeah, leather shorts with big high socklets.
And those red suspenders.
Yeah, and they get completely blasted on different types of cheap beer.
Wear stupid hats.
Urinate everywhere.
Vomit schnitzel.
Vomit schnitzel. And then, but they won't take a Howard Stern ad.
Right, these people cannot be shown a Howard ad.
Well, you'll be a bad influence.
Yeah, they might drive drunk. That won't happen. Unbelievable.
I love the people they try to protect.
Yeah, a bunch of drunks. And what is the big event where people will stand around and drink beer?
Well, yeah, it's Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest. And why would you give someone who is drinking beer a pamphlet?
So they have something to vomit in, I guess.
Yeah. A target. Something to aim for. It's unbelievable. And my career is unbelievable. Also, on ratings news in Los Angeles, again, we are number one.
Oh, excellent.
Jumping from a 5.0 to a 5.6. And what can I tell you? Everybody else sucks. Wonder where those two retards are in the ratings. I don't even.
You can't even see them?
Let's see. No, they're not even listed.
Stop it. They got to be in there.
They have no ratings left.
Even if they have none, they have to have a listing.
They're not listed anymore.
They usually put a little star instead of a rating.
I think they're not even in town anymore.
They left.
The two retards in Los Angeles are not even on their
When
dial.
I was in Dallas, one of the people that works on our station there had been working at their station when you hit the air in Los Angeles, and she said it was like working in a bomb shelter when there was an air raid. She said everybody was absolutely out of it.
They deserve it. They deserve it for stealing my material all those years. So thank you to the people of Los Angeles. Thank you to the people of New York. We are number one in the ratings in New York, despite what you might read in Newsday. They try to make it look like I'm in second place.
So that's what they did. They just started to report on that one demographic.
Yeah.
And they didn't. It never occurred to them that this was fluky. It was strange.
No, they write in the article that it was fluky and that they think, the fat lady hasn't sung yet. But
they made hay while the sun shone anyway.
But meanwhile, even if, let's say those ratings were true, I'm still number one in the ratings. When do you ever see individual demographics reported on?
Nobody gets demographic when it's you on the bottom.
No. And finally, this fax this morning. Howard, it says, if you do go off the air at the end of your contract, how long do you think it will take Jackie the Jealous Man to write a tell-all book? If it's not already in the works. There you go. There it is. There's Jackie's book.
Do you think Jackie would really... And what kind of dirt would Jackie...
There's a better book in writing about Jackie off the air than me.
I'm doing both.
All right, very good.
What kind of dirt would he dig up?
I will come back. I'll take some phone calls. We have... if you want to, we can give away a few more awards this morning. Also, we have the tape.
Well, I do want to hear that tape of Washington, D.C. You went out and talked to voters who are going to vote for Marion Barry, and I want to know why.
All right, I'll play that for you. It's really good. And then also, Bob Guccione Jr. is going to call in, and I will yell at him.
Excellent.
All right.
Excellent.
Very good.
We'll update you on that story when it's time, I suppose.
I'll take your phone calls next, right after these words.
The Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Hey, this might be a radio first. First time in my career I can remember doing this. There were two girls here from Myrtle Beach who wanted to get naked for us, and I told them to go home.
Oh my.
Yeah, because I thought we had so much show to get to today. I actually rejected two beautiful strippers.
So they were beautiful?
Yeah.
No, they weren't.
Are they home or are they in the jock lounge while you're deciding?
Let
me see them.
You want to see them?
Yeah.
Where are they?
See what you're rejecting.
Well, show Robin what I rejected.
Okay.
Wait a second. But be a witness. Did I not reject the girls?
Absolutely.
I mean, they're coming in and they're going to go out without taking off their clothes. But I just want to see what you're rejecting.
Howard said, I said, Howard, there's two girls.
Robin doesn't believe I'd reject good-looking girls. Go ahead.
Said they're naked, and Howard goes, I don't know, we got a lot of good stuff today.
Go get the girls.
See the girls?
I saw the girls. Go get the girls.
I want to see what you're
Go ahead,
rejecting.
get the girls.
I see that you saw them first.
Go ahead. I saw them. You can smell anything you want. No, he says I smell it. I smell it right here.
Oh.
Something's going on.
This is setup.
Billy's the only new person in the room. You smell Billy.
I know it was something.
Yeah.
Smell this, joke man.
I just got to see.
It looks like Grillo.
What a pig.
I can see why you didn't want him to take a photo.
Hi, girls. Hi, girls. Come on in. And you girls are professional strippers, right?
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying you're the most beautiful girls in the world, but you're not bad. And I rejected you.
Well, that's an honor.
Yeah. I mean, they're nice-looking girls. Show Robin underneath the raincoat.
You don't have to show me anything, please.
I mean, seriously, I just want you to see what I rejected. If you don't mind.
What were they wearing in the hall?
What
they were all dressed up like this in their overcoats?
Yeah, come on. I've rejected girls who are...
now you're making them disrobed. Now, see, that's not
No, I know. You got something on underneath that raincoat, right? Yeah, go ahead. Look at the body on her. I wouldn't like to see her naked.
Howard, you really have done it first.
Well, Howard, as long as they're here.
And look at her. Look at the cans on her. Both of you have beautiful chests.
You've been working too hard.
Are those, I think I'm working too hard? Are those natural?
We really have that much show. That's amazing.
Those are natural, those breasts? Wow, good for you.
She's a
goodbye now. See ya.
You too?
So we don't get to take off our clothes for you, Howard?
No. You rejected them.
We are number one in New York and Los Angeles.
And in Myrtle Beach.
And in Myrtle Beach.
That's where you're from.
What, do you go strip there?
Yes, Crazy Horse.
Crazy Horse you strip? Hey, turn around, just let me see your butt. I would like to see that naked.
You know what, Howard? You were trying to create a radio first here.
Yeah, but you talked me into it.
Another day for
now I'm all aroused.
I didn't talk you into anything.
All right. Could you just take your pants off? So I look like a hero here.
It's still a radio.
You wearing underwear?
How about our top?
Ooh, wow. Ooh.
Now, goodbye.
No. All right, you just lift up your shirt so I can see.
Oh, Howard.
Whoa. And those are real? Wow. Good for you.
That's not a first. That doesn't count.
Does that count?
No,
Yeah.
That doesn't count because
they were hardly naked.
Yeah.
There was a quarter of a second between the two of them.
You saw.
Can you just pull your pants down, get off of my lap, and let me spank you?
That was my goal.
You would like to get spanked? That was your goal?
That was my goal.
Well, you got to keep dreaming for your goal.
That's why I wore these.
I'm going to get you next. What? That's why you wore those?
Yes.
Let me see those.
You're looking. This is ridiculous.
See your butt. Yeah, you got a good one too. You're a surprise. You take those clothes off, all of a sudden you're a surprise. You look a lot better naked. You really do. You should never wear clothes.
That's why I'm a stripper.
Yeah, you got some body on you.
Thank you.
Hey, Howard, didn't her number double from the trench coat to when she took the trench coat off?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she was a completely different person.
See, you saw her in the trench coat and said no.
Gary, maybe if you gave me like a really good song. And we have never butt bongoed from Florida.
See how you're talking yourself into this? I thought we had too much show.
What song? You sure you want? We do. You want me to bongo you to a song?
Oh, yeah.
I'll bongo your buttocks.
You bongo me to death?
Yeah, I mean, I'll do it real quick.
Hey, how about, that...
We wriggle around a lot while I bongo you? You will?
She will.
What about you?
I will, but she will watching.
You will? Are you girls lesbians?
No, we're bisexual.
You are? Super. Do you guys get it on with each other?
Oh, yeah, we sleep together.
Oh.
Your girlfriends?
Oh, bingo.
Can I see you guys kiss? Whoa.
This is definitely not a rejection, Howard. This has gone far past a rejection.
We're very close to turning your mic off, Robin.
I wanted him to get a radio first.
What's your name?
Royce.
I like you got like a big red lipstick mark now under your nose. It's great.
For me.
And what's your name?
Gina.
Gina and Royce? And you girls do lesbian stuff to each other?
Yeah, we were featured at the Crazy Horse.
That's pretty good. Congratulations. Not too many girls are featured, from what I understand.
That's true.
Good for you. Now, let me get this straight, girls. If I found a song real quick, like a really good song, I could bongo your buttocks?
You can bongo my buttocks.
What song is that? Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I could do one of you at a time, or should I do you both together while you kiss each other? What is it?
You want to do Guns N' Roses, You Could Be Mine? I wish we had this one Metallica CD. You could do that song One.
What about... Oh, right. Yeah, I could really get into that.
Crazy.
That's very violent. What about...
My mom told me to tell you to be a good Jewish boy.
I'm a half Jew.
So am I.
Oh, are you?
My dad was Jewish and my mom was Irish.
Same deal with you.
I think your mom was Negro.
Now look at your hair.
You're very dark.
Look at your hair. Your hair
She
looks
goes to the
good.
tanning bed. That's why she's dark.
What's wrong with being a Negro? She's going to make it sound like it's...
Well, you're the one who's now. She's saying you're Negro.
Look how uptight she got when I said she was half Negro.
That's black Irish. Black Irish.
You might be part black.
Maybe.
You're a little dark-skinned.
A little tar on that brush.
I could butt bongo to Old Black OJ.
Oh, boy. They got a good beat.
That's got a pretty good...
This is a great way to incorporate the FMEs into nudity.
Oh, that's one of the songs nominated?
I'll get it for you.
All right, girls, take off your pants. All right? Take them off totally so I can bongo your buttocks.
What will we be missing?
Yeah.
You have what?
Boots on.
That's your problem. That's not my concern. Take your boots off then. Take them off, and I'll give you girls a treat.
What, if you have stinky feet?
Do you have smelly feet?
No.
No? You girls sure you want this?
Absolutely.
Does it turn you on, or are you so hardened from stripping that this can't even excite you?
You're the only thing that makes us hard.
What?
You're the only one that makes us hard.
Yeah, till you were just kissing 2 seconds ago. I think just about anything makes you... All right, here we go. Girls, you're going to get a little treat. All right, since you're ready, you go first. Gina. Come on over here.
Go around.
I'm already excited.
Oh, Howard. What are we going to be missing on the show today because of you?
Come here, Gina. All right, Gina, now...
And your lack of control.
You know how to play butt bongo? Here, Gina.
You're going to teach me.
Here, get down and relax, man, so we can really get into knowing each other.
Like
I feel close to
the
you already.
gynecologist.
That's right.
That's how
Think of
you
me as
lay in the gynecologist?
This is how you lay. You better go. You better bring your gynecologist up on charges, my darling. This is how she lays in a gynecologist. This is very sexual. Are you relaxed? Are you enjoying this?
You know I am.
All right. You sure?
I'm sure.
You love Howie?
Oh, I do.
All right. What I'm going to do is
It's alive.
I'm going to play the drums on your buttocks to Old Black OJ.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
And that's a special treat for you. I wasn't going to do this, but you talked me into it, Robin.
Oh, blame me.
It takes a lot of talking.
May I test your skins to see what kind of sound I get out of them?
I think the cameraman at E is going crazy. I see that camera.
Yeah. Suddenly those guys wake up. Yeah, mellow out, dude. All right, wait. You know they're not going to show this on E anyway. You guys going to show this on E? Oh, you are? Okay, then. All right, let me test your skins, okay?
Go ahead.
Oh, nice and tight. And I'm getting a nice sound, Robin. I better take my ring off, though, right? Or you like to get your ass beat?
Oh, yeah.
Are you getting excited at all?
Yes, I am.
Are you relaxed?
No, because
You're a little tense. Here, let me give you a little rub down. There you go. Just relax. Now she's getting into it. Okay, now you're ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right, Gina. I will now play Old Black OJ, and I will do the drums. Here we go, Robin. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Black OJ had a wild, looky here.
Can you hear me drumming?
Yes.
Old Black OJ had a big old knife. Looky.
Are you moaning?
With a stab wound here.
Are you getting turned on?
Here, coon, there, coon, everywhere I'm stab wound. Old Black OJ killed his wife. Looky here.
How you doing? Are you digging it?
Great. Yeah.
Are you getting turned on?
It's invigorating.
Is it stinging you?
It feels good.
It does?
Yeah.
Should I do it harder or softer?
Just the way you're doing it.
All right, let's get back to the music. This is 2 in a row.
Old Black OJ went to the courts. Looky here.
She's turning red.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Looky here. With fried rice here and an egg roll.
How's that?
This is very funny. I'm looking at Gary. He's leaning over to see what you're doing. Fred's peeking under this.
Well,
I'm setting the microphone up so
you know what it is? I'm going to do a drum solo now.
And nobody can see. They're all dying to see.
All right, here comes the drum solo. Ready, Gina?
I'm ready.
Wipe out. How's that? Wow, these are really red, these buttocks.
That's an excellent shade of crimson you got there, boss.
Oh, you're not looking, though.
You're nicely shaved, too. How was that? Good? Are you turned on? Hello. You are, really? Really? Nothing worse than being turned on and then turning around and looking at me. Yeah. All right, you better get up. You're a little too turned on.
Booty juice.
I need a rock song to drum to for this other girl.
Young lady.
This other young lady. What's your made-up name again?
No, my real name is Royce.
Royce.
Oh, that's a pretty name.
All right, get over here and pull your pants off. How come your pants aren't off? Her pants aren't off.
Who?
I wanted to take them off.
Just pull your pants. I don't need art. Just pull up your pants. You want to be spanked or not? Don't cough in my face.
Thank you.
You want to spank me? Yeah, keep dreaming. All right. Where's the music? Where's that Guns N' Roses song? What are you doing? Mellow out, will you?
She was almost crying. She was laughing so hard while you
were you really?
doing the
You're in love with me, aren't you? Are you, Royce?
I'm in love with you, Howard.
All right, well, that's good. She's a good candidate. Give me that Guns N' Roses, Fa-Fa Fooey.
Track 12, Wolfie.
All right, I'm going to butt on you. I hope you can handle it. Can you handle it? You have darker skin, so your skin might be able to handle it better.
Oh, no.
Can you handle a good beating?
I just love whips and chains.
Can you handle it?
Absolutely.
You want to be spanked or not? Because I don't have much time. I have a lot of show to get to and I have phone calls.
I want to be spanked.
All right. Okay, I'll do it for you because you girls came all the way from Myrtle Beach, and I wasn't even going to see you naked. All right, are you ready? Now, here, get over my lap. What's the matter with you? No. Go the other way. The way the other girl did it.
Boy, you're getting bossy.
Well, yeah, I got to. These girls are subservient. They're into that. Here, get over my lap. Ooh, yeah, baby.
It really is small, isn't it?
Yeah. She brushed up against nature. Oh, here, come on, get relaxed. It's not so small, believe me. All right, you ready? Let me test your skins. Because this is a real rock song. Let me test those skins again. Oh, come on.
Stop.
Hey.
Do not do that.
Did you do that?
Yeah, that
was that you? That was not me, baby. That was you.
No,
you, we.
Oh.
Let me test those skins again and try and hold it in. Oh, man.
Light the next one.
Hold on to that gas, will you? That's the turn-off. That's a major turn-off.
No, that's our friend Susan.
All right, Royce, are you ready? I'm going to hit the music, and then I will drum. Is this going to turn you on? Feel free to get turned on.
Part one for yes.
Are you going to get turned on? Are you happy to be here?
Very happy to be here.
Part once for yes.
No, I don't.
Do you like living in Myrtle Beach?
I love Myrtle Beach.
No? That means no. You don't have to talk. You just fart. Are you a feature act?
No.
No. Oh, fart, honey. That's right. She wiggles around a lot. She's good.
Does she really?
Yeah, I like her. Yeah, you know how to handle a man. She likes to please. Ooh, easy.
Oh, what do you do?
She really is fun. You're a good girl, Royce. Ready for your spanking? Are you looking at me with love?
That's lust.
Are you really? All right. Now, come on. Let me spank you now. Are you ready? Are you hot?
Very hot.
Okay. All right. Get down there.
Can't you tell?
I can tell you're hot.
Okay.
Yeah, I can tell anything. I'm completely oblivious. All right. Let me test these skins.
Will you put on some music? I thought we didn't have time for this.
All right, here we go.
There's never time for this.
All right, you relax, okay? Relax your back. Let me massage your back here. Okay, here we go. All right. Are your skins ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, baby. She knows how to please a man, this one.
Thank me, Daddy. I've been bad.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, without prompting.
You're a performer, aren't you? You want to be in a movie?
Is it X-rated?
No.
Oh,
my
never
movie.
mind then.
I like it. Spank me. I've been bad. Have you been bad? What did you do, you bad little girl?
Well, I've been in your sock drawer again.
You were in my sock drawer, and what did you find in there? Did you find my prophylactics? You're a bad girl to see Daddy's prophylactics. I told you never to look at my prophylactics, didn't I?
What is this, a soap opera?
Shut up, be quiet, Ron. What?
We should be expecting another baby soon if you used them.
That's right. We're going to have a new sister for you.
Somebody else for me to play with.
That's right, baby. She's got me turned on. She knows it, too. You bad little girl, aren't you? Yes. Yes. Okay, all right. You're ready. You know who wrote the script we're reading from? Peter Torkvey, the famous writer.
If that's the kind of dialogue you're writing,
This is a scene from my new movie.
John Avildsen better scrap those 40 pages.
You better look for another job. No, you're a bad girl, aren't you, in real life?
Yes, I am.
And you do a lot of bad things sexually, don't you? You make love to girls, don't you?
Guys, girls.
Everything. And you deserve a spanking for that, because you know you've been bad. And when's the last time you were to confession?
I don't confess. I'm Jewish.
You are Jewish? Well, then you're really bad.
You're going to
You know
get a
that-
spanking just for that.
The Ku Klux Klan says the Jews are worse than blacks and Mexicans. All right? So you are and gays. So here we go. All right. Oh, she's digging. All right. Here we go. You ready? I'm going to do this to Guns N' Roses. You like Guns N' Roses?
I love Guns N' Roses.
That's right. All devil worshippers like Guns N' Roses. All right, here we go. Is this it? What track is it?
12.
got here is...
Track 12?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that?
Because I heard him say it.
Oh.
Somebody's paying attention.
All right, here we go. Oh, this is good. Hold on. She loves it. She's going nuts. You love it, right? What's the matter? What happened? You want to look at my face while I do it?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, my.
Hold on, Robin. This is working finally.
You finally got a live one.
How's that? Go, Daddy. You just say, go, Daddy. Are you getting turned on?
I've been turned on since I walked in the studio and saw you.
How am I doing on the drums?
You know what? I remember a time we used to be afraid to hit the girl.
I don't know. I'm getting a little too into it. This one can take a lot of beating. She's hardly red.
Tough butt.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for not passing wind during the drumming. Here we go. How's that doing?
Oh, that's good.
You want more? You had enough?
Yeah.
Did you have enough? Oh, man.
She'd like to stay there for the rest of the show. Huh?
Yeah, but I'm getting exhausted. All right, here I go. You ready? She's into it. She's like trying to tongue kiss me.
Oh, stop it. Are you kidding?
Yeah, she digs me. How am I doing? You better get up. I think you're on fire. You want to sit on my lap? But you're a very nice girl.
Oh, boy.
Mama. This girl really loves me.
She wants to give you a lap dance.
Well, I made a new friend. That obviously turned you on, didn't it?
It did.
It certainly did. She's very on fire.
I know.
So is he. He's growing by the inch.
Thank you. Well, just my luck. She's the one who's aggressive. Listen, Royce, thank you for coming by. I hope you enjoyed the show today.
I did.
know I did. And I'm glad you're in love with me. You have good taste.
I just want to say thank you for being Howard Stern and not letting anybody tell you to be somebody different.
You've said the right thing. That gets a hug. There you go. You're the smart girl. I like you. All right. Oh, yeah. All right. Thank you. Wow, what a girl. I like her. She tries hard. I like that.
What are you doing now?
I want to say hi, Joe.
Okay. Thanks, Joe. You dumping me for Joe?
No, he gave me $50 to say hi on the radio.
All right, well, then you can say twice.
She gets money for everything.
Well, I wasn't even going to see you girls, but you obviously proved to be worthwhile. Little drumming. The pass in the wind was a bit of a turnoff.
The next time you reject people, I'll know to just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, why did you test me? I actually didn't. I had rejected them.
We saw you go by twice.
Yeah, I had rejected them.
Quite honestly, I just didn't have an opportunity to go out there and send them home yet. You know, they'd have been gone.
Wow. Well, I almost rejected my first two naked girls.
Well, I've learned my lesson.
How was my drumming, by the way?
Very good.
Thank you. All right, we got to take a break. I want to thank Royce and Gina from Myrtle Beach, and then I will take phone calls right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. More after this. 97.1 The Eagle.
7:23 at the Eagle.
Hi, this is Carol Alton. You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. Burn him, Howard.
I'll burn you.
Whoa, what's that?
That's music, baby. That's modern music.
I thought something had broken.
So Fred threw us off the air again? Yeah. Who is that, Fred?
Hold on 1 second.
What song is it?
Pickin' Flowers.
Is that Pickin' Flowers? From who?
Hold on.
if I can read this in the light. Best kisses in the world. No, best kisses in Picking Flowers 4. That's
I don't know what he's talking about.
I never know what he's talking about. Thank you, Fred. Thanks for telling me.
I'm just reading what's on the list.
Very good. Thank you.
Picking Flowers 4.
Thank you. Thank you, Fred. Okay. Just ask what song it was. I got a 12-minute readout.
He gives you the whole history of the group.
Yeah.
Picking Flowers 4.
Picking Flowers 4.
1960.
Casey Kasem over there.
I have no idea.
No idea. All right, very good.
You know what? I happened to hear Casey Kasem this weekend, and he was doing one of those death dedications, and I just thought about that cart we have where he goes off and starts cursing.
Yeah.
Just imagine what it was like when Casey was putting that together.
Casey Kasem must be like a real dick in real life. Like,
yeah.
I bet you he's like, because look what he does for a living. He like counts down records
and reads death dedications.
Yeah, I mean, how proud of yourself can you be?
Dear Casey, my aunt died.
Dear Casey, recently my dog Snuggles died a horrible death. Casey, we'd like you to dedicate the following song to Snuggles.
My Aunt Kathy died.
Snuggles.
Because that's what he was doing. And this girl's Aunt Kathy died, and now she has a new niece, and every time she looks at the niece, she can see her Aunt Kathy's eyes. So, Casey, would you please play?
Oh, boy.
I said, what a life.
What a gig. You're on the air, New York.
Howard, congratulations, #1. It's about time.
Yeah.
Where?
We always were #1 anyway.
That's true.
We're just #1 again.
Again, indeed. Yes, I love it. Hey, listen, when are you going to come out of the closet on Prodigy? We're waiting for you, guy.
Yeah, I call into Prodigy all the time, but all the people on Prodigy keep saying, "Hey, Howard, reveal yourself." But I think I don't want people
to know it's you, so that then you're having a conversation that's not just a conversation.
Because, like, I wrote in there yesterday.
Uh-huh.
No, not yesterday. A couple of days ago, and you know, I can disseminate. Like when people say bad stuff about me, I go, "No, you don't know, man. You don't know."
You argue with them.
Yeah, I argue with them. Howard's really cool, and this is why. And they go crazy. You know, they get into arguments with them. I like it.
I don't even understand the fascination.
I don't know. It's like one big party line, you know?
Oh, it's wonderful, Robin. You should come on.
I think it's a guy thing. I don't know.
And most of the people who write are, like, retarded. Like, you should see the way they write. They write...
And they can use computers.
Yeah, they can use computers,
Howard, that's only Izzy.
Izzy?
Izzy, yes.
Oh, yeah, right. I don't know. But anyway, the thing is that they have like a lot of code words and stuff that I'm not hip to yet.
Yeah, because it's almost CB of the 90s.
Yeah.
With everybody having their own name and all that stuff.
Did you know that if you type in capitals, you're yelling at someone?
Yeah, right.
I didn't know that.
Like, there's a whole thing going on. I didn't realize that.
I wrote a letter and somebody wrote back, said, "Stop yelling at me."
And then there's like one girl who apparently writes in all the time that I've been able to discern.
Yeah.
And all the guys, you know, they're real gentle with her. And you can tell they're all like a bunch of horny computer nerds.
They immediately change their tone for a woman.
Yeah, you can tell in the writing. It's like, you know, you ever see the woman Star?
Yep. And well, did you see what's going on? The big event that's coming up?
Yeah, October 15th is a big event.
I'm thinking about going.
What is it, in New York?
They're meeting
New York and L.A.
They're meeting at the Harley Davidson Cafe because that's where you had your book party.
No Harley Davidson.
Oh, because originally...
Gas.
Where?
All the people who write...
Gas down near Houston.
All the people who write to Prodigy are having like a little get-together.
For you?
No. For each other, because they've become all like friends and they want to see what each other looks like. And wait till, you know...
They're going to be so disappointed.
Wait till they get a look at each other.
I'm thinking about going. I really am.
Yeah, you probably should just go down there and check it out.
You know, we ought to send a camera.
Yeah.
I want to see him,
I bet you it's scarier than a Star Trek convention.
It's got to be. You know, they're coming from, like, all over the country. There's some people flying in and some people who are driving from far away.
There'll be people dressed as Romulans. They'll be confused. It's like a Star Trek.
What
and
is this?
Hey, by the way, speaking of dressing up as Romulans, I've decided for New Year's, not for New Year's Eve, for Halloween this year, Robin, we shall do a special show in honor of the fact that we now have cameras in here.
Okay, and what are we going to do?
All right. Each member of the staff, meaning you, me, Gary, Billy, Jackie, Fred, has to dress up as one of the people on the show.
Ah.
And we'll have a costume contest. We'll invite 3 listeners to come down
Jeez.
and judge who has the best costume.
Well, it's not like we wear outrageous.
In other words, Jackie...
Let me ask you a question. Are we doing this at random, or are we going to put all the names in a thing and everybody draws one?
Well, everybody should draw one. That way we
and
don't...
nobody knows who else.
All right.
That way everybody doesn't come as the same
Because
person.
I know already I was coming as Tata Toothy.
I was going to do that, too.
Yeah.
See?
I was coming as Robin. Yeah, I was coming as Robin.
I was coming as Tata Tuesday. I was going to come with big
I would say that Robin and I would probably be the easiest to do.
Yeah.
I mean, how much is a pair of wax teeth?
It's easy to do Howard, too.
Yeah, come on. Big nose.
It's more difficult to do Fred.
It's been done. I had a great idea for Fred. I was going to wear X-ray specs.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be the one who wants to be Fred. Because Fred's very nondescript.
Yeah.
It's almost as if Fred isn't in the room.
He's not.
Look at that.
He's not here.
Hard to tell.
And who's going to dress up as Billy?
That's what you could do as Fred. You could just stay out of the room.
I don't want to dress up as Billy. What
I'd have to do, Billy?
You go down your knees.
Just saw your legs off.
No, you go down your knees and you put those little big clown shoes
and
on there.
And a big funny baseball cap.
Yeah, you do like a Tim Conway character.
Dorf.
Fred, nobody wants to dress up as you.
Okay, I'll dress as myself.
Fred will come as himself.
He'll come as himself and lose.
So that'll be the big Halloween show. Yeah, so I'm into computers and stuff. So the Prodigy, I call in on there all the time.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny to watch people argue about the show and what they like. We have our own bulletin board.
You know what? You're going to have to explain how to get into that stuff for me.
We have 2 bulletin boards, Howard.
How to get into it?
Yeah.
What you do is, you have Prodigy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You know how to jump to a, you know how to hit jump on your thing on the keyboard up top?
I don't know anything.
You really don't look at it, do you? When you go into Prodigy, there's a big screen that comes on. And there's things at the top. One of them says jump. And when you press jump, a box will come on your screen. And you just put Radio BB.
Okay.
And then you hit enter.
Because I always hear that stuff, and I go, where did you put that?
Radio bulletin board. You hit Radio BB, you hit enter.
Mm-hmm.
And then they give you a bunch of topic choices. And one of them's Howard Stern debate. And one of them's Howard Stern.
Isn't it kind of confusing, Howard?
No.
Because I tried to turn it on one time, and it was... One guy monopolizes a whole thing.
Well, that's why they split it into two things now. Now it's debate and fans.
That's right.
Well, I check into the fan one. The debate one's kind of boring because it's just one guy. Just that Ira Zimmerman guy screaming at everyone.
Yeah, Howard, have you ever gotten really bored and gone on Radio Billboard, just decided to see what other categories there are outside of you?
Yeah. But I'm more interested in my category.
I know, but some of them are just pretty funny that there's a whole bunch of people talking about, like, the Grease Man.
I know. Talk radio. But the Grease Man doesn't have his own bulletin board.
Yeah.
I have my own bulletin board.
2.
Yeah.
Well, I got to go check this out.
And all it is like retards yelling at each other.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
We're intelligent retards, though.
Not really. It's kind of dumb when you think about the reality of it.
It is weird when you know that somebody's smart enough to have a computer and to have Prodigy, and then everything is spelled completely wrong.
Well, yeah, and the reality is, too, once you get Prodigy, there's nothing to do on it, because, like they have games and stuff, but you call into the games, and I can't even figure out what they want you to do in these games.
I know,
all
they're
of them,
complicated.
They appear to be trivia quizzes or something, and anything that's good, you have to, like, sign up for, and you have to pay extra, and it's like, how do I do it, and how do I play against it? It's not easily explained.
You know, you can only play the trivia quiz once a week. It's
Is that right?
It's a rolling 7-week average, and if you go in and you get one wrong, then you can't play till the following week. It's a real pain in the neck.
They should make me their consultant. I can figure out what's wrong with it.
I wish they would, Howard. Make the thing more exciting. I really do.
And all these people are going to meet?
Yeah. All of them are going to meet.
How are they going to interface socially without a screen and a keyboard?
Yeah, they're going to write to each other.
I'm telling you.
5,000 Rick Moranis in a room together.
Dude, if I was you, I would call the whole thing off. It's going to ruin it.
You're going to ruin it. Yeah, nobody will ever want to write to you again.
These people, you know.
These people. Now, he's suddenly different from...
No, hey, I'm a nerd, too. I'm a geek. I admit it.
I am, too, but I try to act cool. All right, dude, I got to go.
Thanks.
All right. Now there'll be a flurry of activity on Prodigy, the fact that I talked about.
Yeah.
It's exactly. It'll say, the subject will say, Howard today. Did you hear Howard talked about Prodigy?
Yeah. Howard on star P. It's like weird little lingo they have.
Star P or P star is
Prodigy.
Prodigy.
Yeah.
But how would you know that?
I don't know.
Things like that just irritate me right off the bat.
Yeah, I'm annoyed by the whole thing. But I check it.
You have to have a special little name, and then you go into your special little language.
Yeah, it's obnoxious.
There's Star, and there's Jagger, and there's all these
all
weird...
different people. And they're all like, and some of them think they're celebrities because they're on Prodigy.
Now they're going to be ballistic that you mentioned.
Yeah.
Fuel for a year.
Yeah. It's really good also. It's good for my ego to watch this girl Star just write about how great I am. I just read it and I go, yeah, she's right.
Yeah, but what happens if you see her in person? Like, what happens if
I don't want to see her. I just want to read.
Oh, let's bring Star in here. Surprise.
And try to get her wheelchair in the room. All right, very good. I got to take a break.
Okay.
When we come back,
we're going to talk to Bob Guccione Jr.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
That'll be good. right after these words. Excuse me. Everything is a challenge. Okay. On our phone.
Are you drinking water?
Constantly. On our phone is Bob Guccione Jr.
I'm amazed that he didn't run down here to be here in person. It's the first time he's been able to appear on this show in 5 years.
Bob?
Hi, guys.
Hi, Bob.
How you doing?
You have any idea why I'm calling?
I think you're upset about what I said, aren't you?
Yeah. Let me preface, if I may make my opening statement here.
Please.
You're a funny guy.
Well, thank you. I think you are, too.
You're a guy I met, I would say, when I don't know, how many years ago did I meet him?
It's been 8 or 9 years now.
I meet you 8 or 9 years ago, and you hotly pursue me like you pursue a woman. To be your friend.
I wouldn't say that far.
Okay. Well, you pursue me to be your friend. Gary, bring in Bob's comments, will you? That's the way to produce. Oh, you brought him to me. Thank you. He produced good.
He's producing.
You're a guy who hotly pursued me to be your friend. Over the years, you have asked me on many, many occasions not only to come on this show, which I've had you on from time to time, but you've asked me to do your CNBC show, which I've said no.
Yeah, why not? Why won't you do that?
I'll tell you in a minute. You've asked me to do... You've asked me to do your magazine, to write various articles on the FCC, or to appear in articles, or to have articles written about me, or to appear in swimsuit issues.
Yeah. Sounds so far like I've been very good to you.
No. I would say I was very good to you. In fact, we even went so far, after you pursued me and pursued me and pursued me, finally I acquiesce, and I go to dinner with you.
Oh, that's acquiesce?
Yes.
That's a big
I
word,
go to
Howard.
dinner with you. Oh, believe me, I'm a lot smarter than you are. Don't think you're so. Yeah, don't think you're so much. Don't think you're superior to me, because you're not.
No, I don't really.
Don't forget, I'm a celebrity. I'm a celebrity for doing something on my own. You are a celebrity because of your father's name.
I thought a celebrity because of you.
No, the only reason people know you is because you're Bob Guccione Jr.
Yeah, Bob Guccione.
Oh, I don't know
is the
about
guy
that,
we
Howard.
know.
I don't know about that.
Bob Guccione.
Side to that.
No, Bob Guccione
I think they might know me because I do what I do.
Bob Guccione.
Without making an idiot out of myself.
No. Bob Guccione is the guy who developed the Penthouse magazine.
Yeah. We know him.
We know him. I would love to interview him anytime.
Oh, Robin, you too, huh?
Yeah, her too.
And you've even done the same show, I
Because you're a hypocrite.
There should be some sort of...
You're a hypocrite. You're a hypocrite. I'm going to point out why you're such a hypocrite. You're like every other rich kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Except I'm not rich.
No. Oh, sure. Anytime you want, you go to your dad. You go to your dad. Yeah, I wasn't raised in...
Yeah, when you want to be a good son, you can
Splendor.
have the money.
That's right.
Oh, I see.
The only thing you know better than I do is where to be born.
You know how to pick parents.
That's right. Now, this is what kills me about this guy. So he pursues me to write articles, and I said, no, I'm not interested in writing for Spin Magazine. I'm not interested in appearing in Spin Magazine.
We offered you a ghostwriter. You didn't have to...
No, you never offered me a ghostwriter, and I wouldn't accept a ghostwriter.
Yeah, why not?
Because it's not my style.
I think we were very generous to offer you the opportunity to talk back to you.
It was very nice. I was not interested in writing the article at this time.
But, Bob, don't you realize this is your opinion?
Yeah.
You think that.
But if Bob thinks it...
What he does is base his decisions on his own opinion.
But you see, Robin, you just hit the point. Bob thinks because he offered it to me, how can you reject Bob Guccione Jr.? Very simply. So then I go out to dinner with the guy, and he shows up in a trendy, old car like all rich kids do, a beat-up car, because poor kids want a nice car.
Right, and he's wearing beat-up clothes.
He's wearing beat-up clothes. I don't know if you had showered that day. You and your girlfriend showed up.
Wait, but this is Howard Stern talking, right? The guy
You're right.
who looks
I'm just telling
like
you.
He hasn't showered in 10 years?
Yeah, but I shower every day.
Oh, but you don't look it.
I take him out to dinner. I pay for dinner. I pay for dinner. I take him out to dinner.
I don't know why you paid for dinner. You know, you're talking about a dinner we had 5 years ago.
Him and his girlfriend.
You paid for it.
No, it doesn't irk me. I was more than happy to do it. Him and his girlfriend sit there and make out the whole time. I'm bored out of my mind. Hey, I'm happy for her. I wish I was there making out with a young girl. But
you were there with your wife.
I know. I didn't want to say. I've been with the same woman 20 years. And you're a guy who talks. Well, hold on. Let me finish.
Ahead of yourself.
I'm getting ahead.
Read the comments.
You're overeating, Howard. You're overeating.
So here is a guy.
Drink more water.
I just want to tell you why you're a hypocrite.
Let's also say that he's been begging to be on this show for a number of years.
And I've turned him down.
Who asked who on the show this morning? Who asked who?
Me.
Excuse me. We already
that's right. You asked me.
All right. Now listen to this. So Bob, for years, has been saying, have me on the show, have me on the show. I had him on once to interview him what it was like being Bob Guccione Jr. And could you get laid off that?
Right.
Other than that, there's no interest in talking to Bob. So I had Bob on twice.
Having him on a couple more times just because we had already gotten into this thing.
Yeah.
we discovered that it wasn't a great interview.
Oh, well, that's good.
Well, Bob wants to,
How many interviews did it take you to discover that again?
It was after the first one, actually, but we didn't know how to get out of it.
You did great. You did great on the show.
You'd try me again.
The first time we had you on the show, it was great because we talked about your dad and the gold toilet and all that stuff. But after a while, it was like, well, what are you going to talk about to the guy?
Right, we'd already done that.
Bring his father in, then we'll talk to him.
I think you have to realize you overestimate the appeal of being dragged out of bed 2 hours before I normally get up.
Now, hold it. I want to read your comments.
Almost.
But I've always been kind to you. I've always been kind to you. While I don't have you on the show because I don't think, I do a comedy show.
I don't know how I got over this.
Bob Guccione Jr.
I never got on the air and said I'm rejecting Bob Guccione Jr. I just basically said, listen.
It was a quiet
It's a comedy show, and you want to talk about, a cure for AIDS, which is fine. Do that on your show. I'm not going to sit there and talk for an hour and a half about the cure for AIDS. It's not that kind of show. That's not what this show's designed for. I designed this show to make people laugh in their cars. So here's Bob Guccione talking about
it. Maybe I'm not in my car. If it was in my car, I might be laughing.
Howard Stern is, of course, an egomaniac, he says. This is my payback, okay? I'll try to be a little more profound. He is a gigantic joke. He doesn't realize that the world is laughing at him, not his exaggerated sense of adult humor. Socially, his value is that he is the joker. Just as in medieval times when the joker amused the court by being the fool. Howard is the fool. He's so self-obsessed and bitter that he can't love. I don't mean his wife and kids. I mean loving society and humanity. So, in fact, he's our version of the fool. Now, first of all, I'm going to stop right there reading your quote, and then I'm going to continue later. First of all, you don't know whether I love humanity or not. Just because you print articles about a cure for AIDS or Biafra doesn't mean you love humanity.
And
you're a guy.
You don't go out to dinner with him or have him on your show or do his shows doesn't mean you don't love humanity.
You are a guy.
Besides the fact that you won't go out to dinner with me, too.
Why don't I love humanity?
Debate, would you?
Why would you say, how do you know about me? How do you know I don't love humanity?
If you read further, you see he knows you.
Oh, let's see. How do you know I don't love humanity? It's because I don't talk about it on this show?
No, I mean...
This show is a comedy show, Bob.
Howard, I've seen you on lots of shows. You are a very funny person sometimes.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time, I think you're a bit of a bitter person. That's my opinion. I've listened to your opinion.
No. You just said I don't love humanity.
I've listened to your opinion.
You said I don't love
morning, which are pretty bizarre. They don't represent anybody I know. They're supposed to be about me.
Would you say Sinead O'Connor is bizarre?
You do love humanity.
Is Sinead O'Connor bizarre?
Does she have some weird views?
Is Sinead O'Connor bizarre?
I don't think she is, actually. I think she's very straightforward.
She's weird, normal. And Courtney Love, you think, is a normally well-behaved woman who loves humanity?
No, I didn't discuss the issue.
I'm asking you, does she love humanity?
I don't know her well enough.
Okay, do you know Sinead O'Connor's music well enough?
Oh, yeah, I know Sinead well enough. Yeah.
She loves humanity?
Absolutely.
I see. And you love humanity?
Sure do.
So why do you date these young girls? And then, obviously, you're not a physically adorable guy.
Obviously.
So why do you date these young girls, and why are you a womanizer? Why do you dump these women over? After you make love to them?
What a thing to say.
What happened to the girl you brought to my house? How long did that last?
That lasted over a year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And how many? So, long term for you. So, and then, what, you got sick of her?
No.
What happened?
Do you love women?
No, we still do. We had dinner 2 nights ago. We're still friends. She got married. And
why don't you marry? Why don't you commit to one of these women? You're such a lover of humanity. Why don't you treat women with respect?
Yeah, why aren't you raising a fine citizen
instead of having?
world?
Why have sex with them and then not marry them?
Howard, just because I don't come on your show in the morning and act like the sort of little idiot you wished I was, that'd be more funny.
Well, hold on.
It doesn't mean I don't love humanity or...
Why do you love humanity? Give me an example of how you love humanity.
Well, I think the journalism in spin.
The journalism.
Yeah,
in other words, you print articles on...
Well, I know we don't do all the socially redeeming and valuable stuff you do on your show, of course.
But that's what my show's designed for.
Entertaining people is not redeeming.
There are guys, what you don't understand is guys who have to work for a living. Let me tell you something. A guy who has to work for a living has to drive in his car every day for 2-hour commute from Long Island or Westchester, and he's got to deal with this. And what they want to do in their car is have a giggle, have a laugh. You don't understand humanity. I do more for humanity every morning than you do in that whole stupid magazine.
Let's get back to this. You just sound to me even more egomaniac.
You're the biggest egomaniac, just because you're battling with the fact that you're not as famous as your father, and you never will be, and you have to go to the well to get your old man's money. I don't. I do what I do for a living.
You know what you need? You need better writers for your show.
I don't need a writer for my show.
I'm thin, Howard.
No, I don't think I'm thin at all. I'm not trying to be funny.
You wouldn't even know when he's trying to be funny.
I hear the sound of millions of people cracking up in their cars over there.
No, I wanted you, and by the way, bravely...
I do think you're a fool. I mean, when I said in that magazine article, it's absolutely true. I think you'll like the medieval fool.
How come you never said that to my face when you begged me to be in your magazine?
I haven't seen you for years.
Well, I'll suggest to you that you... How come you call Gary all the time trying to get on my show if I'm such a fool? Why do you try to get on my show all the time if you're such a fool?
Hold on a second.
Gary.
Bob, seriously, I have been through a series of your publicists, probably 6 over the last 5 years, who it seems their sole job is to get you on the show. They call me many times. As recently as a month ago, I had a guy calling me every week and a half for a month and a half begging to get you on the show.
Well, that's because Bob is now calling me the fool because he's exhausted every possibility of getting on the show. And like a little kid... Don't you see a pattern with Bob? He did this with his father. He calls his father... He gets into name-calling with his father. Anyone who doesn't pay attention to him, he whines.
All right, that's a real low blow. Where have you seen an example of me ever,
talk to me?
saying anything bad about my father?
Where did you ever have a fight with your father?
Of course we have. The father and son.
Okay. Did you and your father not talk for years?
We have had strained relationships.
Weren't you mad at your father when he wouldn't finance the magazine any longer?
No, not at all.
You never had a fight with your father where you didn't talk to him for years?
Listen, Howard.
Okay.
This is what when people don't talk. Take your head away from the clouds for 10 seconds.
I see.
All people have fights with their parents. Your kids, I'm sure, have fights with you. And that doesn't make it an evil relationship.
No, I didn't say it was evil, but this is the way. This is the way that you react when you get a tantrum. You call people names.
That's a tantrum.
Of course.
Could you read further on in the article?
Okay, here it is.
Read more of the article, yeah. When in doubt, read the article.
Okay, so in fact, Howard Stern is our version of the fool, except that in 1994, we have radio and satellite, so the fool gets broadcast outside the court to the people, and I don't think Stern knows that. In other words, only Bob can figure out for the people what's good. You know, thank God for Bob to point it out. The people don't know it, but Bob has figured it out.
Thank God you're reading it 2 days in a row.
All right.
You don't see the irony in this?
Stern knows.
You're reading your own.
I think what Stern thinks is that he's a genius. I used to like him a lot, and I know him very well. He doesn't know me at all.
Where did you discover that you knew him very well?
How do you know me well? Let's challenge that.
You like to rewrite history, but actually I saw you quite a bit when you were not so famous. You had me on the show quite a lot.
No.
Howard, it doesn't take a hell of a lot of exposure to you to get the gig. Let's face it. Not a complex character we're talking about.
Do you think that you know me well? Do you think at any point in my life you knew me well?
I think
you are deluded.
Want me to answer the question?
Yeah, answer it. Answer it.
It requires you keeping quiet for a few seconds.
Go ahead. I'll turn it over to you.
Excellent. Listen, America, I'll tell you why I know how it's done well.
By the way, if you want to win Bob Guccione's friendship, just have him on your show a bunch, and then he won't say anything bad about you. But if you frustrate him, he'll come out with some shocking statement.
You're so hurt by this. It's so funny.
No, I'm not hurt by it. I just hate phonies, and I didn't think you were one, but I guess you are.
No, well, I think you're phony, but I'm not phony.
It's about you, man. I did the cover of Rolling Stone, and I won't do your magazine.
I know you well enough, like, I need to...
Is that Gary? Am I right on that?
How do you figure Howard's a phony?
How am I a phony?
Because I think you are just obsessed with celebrity, your husband particularly. And
Bob, if you knew anything about me... I saw you on
the Jay Leno show the other night. I thought you were going to have a heart attack. I mean, you were so excited.
Yeah, good. And meanwhile, that was the highest-rated appearance ever, and you know what? It's been so well received, they submitted it for an Emmy, but you wouldn't know about that. Let me tell you something about you, Bob.
He's not trying to be on television, so he should be famous.
Bob's the biggest celebrity sneaker there is.
Yeah, Bob is the celebrity groupie of all time.
He's a big star effort.
Yeah, exactly. Bob getting himself his CNBC show. Spin Magazine. All you see is Bob in the commercial for Spin Magazine. You don't see anyone else. Oh, yeah, right. Why don't you let some of the reporters step out? Why don't you let some of the reporters step out?
You are deluded.
Why don't you let some of the reporters get some credit?
But where they get lots of credit? You kidding me?
And you know what's funny? And you know what's funny about you? You sit and watch me on the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
And you sit there and go,
well, I was waiting
for Letterman commercials
to be over.
How come I'm not friends with him? How come I'm not friends with him?
No, I'm afraid not. That's not true, Howard. You are deluded.
So tell me how you know me so well. You didn't answer the question. Tell me how you know me so well.
I know you well enough to comment on you.
How do you know me well enough? Through the radio show?
You said you know him quite well. What does that mean?
Yeah, tell me how you know me quite well, Bob.
From being on your show several times in the last, was it 5 years ago was the last time?
Yeah, from being on the show.
And listening to you, listen, like any other social commentator, I pick up what I see. And God knows you're not exactly a shy, retiring wallflower.
So why when you saw me socially, when you saw me socially all those years, you sit there and go, Howard, you are such a genius. Howard, what you're doing is you're pointing out society's ills. Oh, Howard, why were you kissing and lathering my ass Like I was one of those 20-year-old girls.
You think I want to kiss or love your
please. Why did you say
dude?
Did you say those things?
Nah, he never said those things.
I asked you to go on the CNBC show because I thought you'd be an interesting interview.
Why? I'm a fool.
And well, yeah.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. Why would you want me? You're so bright.
Oh, there's a difference.
Dude, you don't have enough brains in your head to even compete with me.
Oh, well, then I tell you what, I challenge
Do something on your own.
I challenge you in front of all your listeners.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Appear on CNBC with me next time.
That would be the stupidest thing I could ever do. Go on a low-rated crap program and be overexposed.
It probably would be the stupidest thing because I'd probably rip you apart.
No, let me tell you something.
I'll be politer to you than you are.
Anybody who grows up like you, with a rich daddy who raises him, and you know something, you're a funny guy.
Howard. How many listeners?
Yeah, that's some challenge.
They all heard it.
Yeah.
I don't accept it. I'm a coward.
How do we know who wins?
I've wondered why you don't accept it.
You don't have your father's talent, but you have his pomposity. You don't have your father's talent, but you have his pomposity. You wouldn't know what it's like. You say, why do I do this in my career? I'll tell you why I became successful. Because I can identify what is entertainment, what is interesting to the audience, and what is boring to the audience.
I'm successful.
No, you're not. Spin Magazine is not a successful magazine.
How would you know?
Oh,
What's
please.
What's the circulation of Spin, do you know?
Don't know. What is it?
400,000.
I'll bet you that's not true.
Oh, yeah?
How do you know it's 400,000?
Because it's audited.
What? Because of what?
Because of what? It's 2.9 million.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
audited.
Keep dreaming.
It's audited.
Big
Howard,
deal.
I'm a success. I hate to say it, but there was a time when being on your show may have been some sort of elevation.
Then why'd you call up a month ago?
It's a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke. Here's the bottom line. You couldn't wait to get on. If I call you to get on, you'd come on in a minute. You're so jealous of me. It's not funny. The reason I have talent is because I was raised in a lower middle class. I was raised by a lower middle class family who's in touch with the everyday person. You were raised in a penthouse.
No, I wasn't.
That's the difference between me and you. You don't know what it is to make a career and struggle. I wasn't handed money to open up my own radio station.
CNBC, we'll have a show. We'll talk.
It's a big difference between me and you,
You
pal.
and I, in front of the audience.
I know you well enough. I know you well enough to know your whole M.O. How do you like that? Just like you know me.
Okay, what's my M.O.? Since you may well.
You have no real substance. You were raised in an environment where you were told everything you did was good.
Real substances?
You
really think you somehow...
You have no substance whatsoever.
Enrich mankind, Howard? You're a fool.
No.
That's your job. You're a cassandra.
Let me tell you why you're an idiot. I do not try to enrich mankind one bit through this show. The only thing I try to do is make mankind. The only thing I try to do with mankind is make them laugh and have a good commute.
But
and let me tell you something.
Because you know what? The fool has existed, as you said, since medieval times. Why would man keep reinventing it if he didn't need it?
I didn't hear that, Robin. Go and say that. Let Robin have a say. What did you say?
Oh, you probably don't need to have a legitimate argument here.
Go ahead,
but the fool has existed all this time for what reason? Because he serves a purpose.
You know what?
Man wants to laugh.
That was my point in the
Let me tell you who the fool is, Bob.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
You're the fool.
Why?
Because you sit there and think your magazine matters, when in fact the only thing you're searching out is your father's approval.
Oh.
You're in the magazine business because your dad's in the magazine business, and you only want. You go to your dad to start the magazine. You're a daddy's boy. And a daddy's boy will always be a daddy's boy.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
I had to go out and earn $96 a week, pal. You are daddy's boy. And that's why I don't have you on the show. You don't know what's interesting to talk about that people want to hear about. You got to have repartee.
20 minutes. I mean, I'm sitting here cracking up.
No.
You're not laughing at this, are you?
You told me it wasn't funny a few minutes ago. Why are you cracking up now?
I thought I'm not funny. Personally, that you, Howard Stern,
you are an obsessed fan.
Genius.
You
cannot think of anything more clever to say to me than I'm daddy's boy.
You are an obsessed fan. You are an obsessed fan of Howard Stern.
He's as happy as the people on Prodigy.
You're the only guy I know who
glad you mentioned their names.
You are obsessed with me. If I'm obsessed with myself, you are obsessed more with me. You not only that courted me like a guy courts a woman.
He'll be talking about this the rest of the day. Did you hear me on Howard?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. No, the rest of my life, Robin.
He has no pressure in his life. He's going to be hanging out with girls. He'll go out for a picnic.
That's right. All he'll do today is hang out.
The day I went to dinner with him, he was picnicking, I think. Instead of on a work day, doing some work. He's the editor of a magazine. What magazine did he work on previously before he became an editor?
His own.
He had no experience as an editor. His father gave him the money.
I actually had.
Where in America you see a guy walk into a place and say, okay, I'm going to start a magazine now. I need a $5 million budget.
And because I have Bob Guccione Jr, I automatically know how to do it.
The great thing about America is that a guy can commandeer a radio audience and waste the time of that radio audience for hours and actually have it
you
be
can't
amazing
commandeer a radio audience. A radio audience has to be developed, and you have to have something interesting to say. Unlike your magazine.
Evaluate why people
that's
listen
what
to
you
this.
do very well.
You are out of touch with what people like to listen to.
I think other radio guys don't have...
Who are you dating now?
Your genius for being the complete fool because that's attractive.
Yeah. So I'm a genius, so I have a complete genius. I'm a complete genius. I'm a complete genius.
And other morning guys who don't have the total commitment to self-effacement and debasement that you do.
Why don't you admit?
Now you're complimenting him.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
You just called me complete genius.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You have definitely a genius for self-debasement, which people do find appealing because as rotten as the average life is for your listener or myself,
Bob,
you can look at you and
you will
think,
never
boy,
be your father.
He's worse.
Bob, listen to me. You're now, what are you, approaching 40? You will never be Bob Guccione. You will be Bob Guccione
Jr. He's doing a good job of being him.
You will never be your father.
I don't want to be. He's doing a great job of being him.
I know, you don't want to be. That's why you started a magazine.
No, I started you know why I started a magazine? Because I like publishing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You're never going to be your father. And let me tell you something.
You know what I miss, Howard? You know what I miss?
I know people.
You're him.
I know.
Do the voice for me.
I know people better than anything in the world. Robin will tell you, I might not know much. Maybe I'm the fool, but I can read people like a book. And you're an open book. I know what drives you. I know what motivates you. I know what gets under your skin.
So tell us.
Daddy.
No, I mean, you know, it's of course an element.
I got a phone number for you. It's for Frank Jr. and Bing's kids. I'm gonna let them
get together as a support group.
It's a little support group. All of you.
No, that would be a threesome. That would be a threesome, Robin. If it was three guys, it'd be three. No.
Well, okay. Listen, Bob. I'm sorry I haven't had you on the show in the last couple of years. I didn't think it served the purpose of this program. That's my judgment call. No one else rejected you but me. I told Gary to reject you.
There are people, obviously, that you reject for articles in your magazine.
Sure.
You just can't stand it when it happens to you.
Well, he can't understand
I really don't care, guys.
He can't believe it. He's Bob Guccione Jr. Everyone should be interested in what he has to say.
Why would you want to talk to him?
Yeah.
Howard, who is obsessed with who talks about...
Bob calls me every month to be on his CNBC show. He calls me every month to be on this show through various publicists.
Yeah.
And he calls me for dinner. He used to call me almost every week for dinner, but he saw he got nowhere with that. And then he called my house all the time, and I changed my phone number and didn't give it to him. So that's the history. You tell me if Bob is bitter or Bob is speaking the truth in that magazine.
I think there should be a CNN poll.
Why don't you sit down?
His number is Bob Bitter.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to sit down. I want you to really get in touch with. I want you to get in touch with your real feelings about me, because I don't believe what those feelings are true. What you're saying in the paper. I think you're a fan. I think you're obsessed with the show. Why don't you write an article and spin about how hurt you are and that you made a terrible...
The only thing I've heard about is I got up at 7:30, which is 2 hours before I normally get up.
Yeah, well, most of us have to work, so we have to be up that time.
I work late. You work. You
work late.
You're in bed.
You're on dates. You're on a party. I know your whole M.O.
When was the last party you saw me at, Howard?
That trust fund must be kicked into full gear right now to keep that money pit of a magazine going.
Howard,
the money pit. That's what they ought to name Spin. The money pit.
It's very thin.
Yeah.
Your attacks on me are very thin. They're really kind of like I expected more.
You're a wounded duckling because I've pointed out that you're a hypocrite. And you think you're so honest. You're not honest. Why don't you admit to my audience that you call all the time?
I never call you.
Okay.
Have I ever called you? When's the last time you heard from me?
From your publicist.
Well, publicist is doing his job.
And you can't call me anymore because I changed my number.
Why would you want to do this show? It's a silly show.
Yeah, why would you want to be on a fool's show?
No,
as recently as last month.
Because I get a kick out of these things, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like being on a humorous show. I like being on a fool show.
Right.
You're hurt because you can't understand why I don't see you as a celebrity. I told you, your father's a celebrity. You're Bob Guccione Jr.
No, I don't really care about being a celebrity.
Change your name, take away your trust fund, and we'll see what you do on your own.
I've done this on my own.
Let me see you do it on your own. Do it on your own.
If it was done right in your nose, you wouldn't see it. Spin.
Who put up the money for Spin Magazine? Who put up the money for Spin Magazine?
A guy called Stephen Swid and a guy called David Horowitz.
Oh, no Bob Guccione money entered into it.
The original partnership between my father and I long ago.
Was there ever any Bob Guccione money involved?
Of course, wasn't.
Bingo.
Oh, bingo. Now
all right, very good. Hey, Bob, listen. Bob, when I read a retraction on your statement, that's when I'll talk to you again.
Well, I don't want to say it, but let's say goodbye then, because it'll be a long time before I retract that, not in this lifetime.
Right.
What I said,
because you know you're a fake. How can you say...
No, I'm standing up for what I said. How am I a fake? I'm standing up for what I said.
You're a fake because what you've said to me privately about my courage about the fact that I stand... and about how the FCC issue is a blow to freedom.
Very courageous. I've said it in many
And you've said to me that I'm a genius. And that is what you've said to me. And you've kissed my ass better than anybody in the world.
I said it to you on the show this morning. You may not have the range.
Yeah, it was nothing about a fool either.
To imagine how somebody can be courageous and a fool.
And keep thinking you're bright, because you're not. You're not bright, Bob.
Oh, well, thanks for
You're not street savvy, that's for sure.
I've gone through life deluded that I might be bright, so thank you for helping me there.
And look at your ego. I'm so smart. I'm smarter than Howard.
I
No, I wouldn't call that an ego boost. Smarter than Howard.
Poor Howard. Howard has satellite now.
He doesn't even understand he's a fool and people are laughing at him.
And Howard is on a satellite now, so the poor masses can't even understand that Howard's a fool. Thank God I'm here to explain to them.
They totally understand it.
Yeah.
They totally understand it. Listen, that's not a bad thing to be. That used to be a very honored role in medieval society.
All right. Hey, say hi to your dad for me.
Sure I will.
All right. You're brilliant. You found your way to your bank book. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And you remember your last name.
Well, next time you want to debate, I reiterate my challenge to you.
And by the way, the next time you're saving humanity, say hi to one of those young girls that you date.
Oh,
who are you dating now? Share with us. Share with us. You think you're a good-looking guy?
I don't think about it.
Okay. I saw that girl. That girl was way too good-looking for you that you brought to dinner to me.
Oh, of course she was.
She's with you because she wants Bob Guccione.
No, she's with me because she wanted to meet Howard Stern.
Well, probably.
You know what I mean? Let's filter it through your view of the world.
Still driving that beat-up Cadillac so you look like poor?
It was
cool.
And I am still driving it, and I bought a new one, a newer, older car.
Oh, yeah? What'd you buy?
I bought a 67 Camaro convertible.
Oh, good. So it'll look like you're like a poor guy or something, right?
No, it'll
I guess when you grow up with limousines and stuff, you just...
You like those old...
Yeah.
Howard, you know I didn't grow up with limousines. You know I left home at 17 before my father made his first dollar. You know that because we discussed it before.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you could ever think of anything better than cheap shots, call me up and we'll...
That's not a cheap shot. I'm being honest with you.
Well, you're being dishonest.
No. That's my view of you.
Something I never do. You're being dishonest with your audience.
Oh, you are being dishonest.
So you're going to come on CNBC and we're going to do this live?
Absolutely. I wouldn't go on CNBC.
Why are you crapping out? Why are you a coward?
Because it's not a coward. I don't see any advantage in going on CNBC.
That's the only argument anybody could ever come up with.
There's no advantage to me coming on your show. But
I'm not going to go on your show and give you the visibility that you crave.
Your guy phoned up yesterday and said, "Come on, Howard." Did I crap out and run for cover? No, it's true.
No, of course. You want to hear. You want to talk to an audience.
Yeah. How often do you have a forum where people are actually listening, Bob?
I talk to lots of audiences.
The only audience Bob has where people listen to the young girls who are impressed with him.
Well, that's not a bad audience, but actually I have even...
You should have seen the girl he was with at dinner. Oh, they were kissing.
Probably a model or something.
Oh, she definitely could model. I don't know if she was a model, but she could definitely model.
She wasn't a model.
She was good looking enough to be one. She could be in Penthouse. But everyone loves humanity. I love all these people who love humanity. But
very few people are doing anything for humanity.
They can't love women their own age. They get tired of that.
How old is that?
Think about it. You wouldn't even know what I'm talking about.
How old is Allison?
Allison's 40.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, and you're what, 40, 41?
I'm 40.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I date women my own age.
So do I.
I make commitments to them.
Oh, yeah.
I find
you can't go for that one.
Yeah, but most guys who all want to save humanity, they can't. In their personal lives, though, they can't. They
they're
can't.
A mess.
They're a mess.
No,
I don't know your personal. I don't know. I don't know what you are, but I'll tell you one thing.
You around.
I don't see you making a commitment to any woman.
Well, how would you know, Howard?
Oh, are you married?
Are you married?
No, I'm not married. But how would you know? How would you know what commitments I make?
What was wrong with the girl?
Nothing was wrong with the girl.
Well, that girl you were with was beautiful. Why not make a commitment? You had sex with her, I assume.
Of course, we were lovers for a year.
Yeah, so why take her? Why have sex? Well, why not make a commitment to her? Imagine
we had made a commitment and then we moved on. You know, we were together for a year.
So you make temporary
we were together in a monogamous relationship for just a little over a year. That's about as much commitment.
The only reason you don't have a monogamous relationship and you haven't been married for 20 years is because you were born Bob Guccione Jr. And that name has gotten you lots of different girls who are way too good looking for you.
Well, I've probably gotten way too many girls.
I know your whole story, Pally.
But that's nothing to do with
I know rich guys like you. I see them all the time. Yeah, I see them now. Now that I'm on the radio, I get to meet them all the time. They don't have a clue as to what people think. And you know
you're only with those women because of the way they look, and you know they're only with you because of your money.
And every one of them has the same M.O. Every one of them has the same M.O. They all don't know why women are with them.
All the girlfriends I've had have been very, very brilliant women. They've been writers. They've been, involved in science. They've been
Let me tell you something. I could get brilliant. I could get all those brilliant women too. Now that I'm on the radio, I got a name.
Bring a scientist next time and hang out with her at the table.
You wouldn't know what you had unless you listened to someone else. Folks, your arguments are
very good. Okay, you obviously don't want to listen to what I'm saying.
No, I'm all ears.
Well, he's in a state of denial like most people.
Yeah, let's sit down with me one time. I'll explain it to you.
Well, I tell
His
you what.
defenses are way too high to understand.
You know where spin is. You come down any day and explain it to me, and I will...
Nobody knows where spin is.
Nobody knows what spin is, and quite frankly, I'm not going to explain it to you.
No? Well,
and listen,
I think...
One day you'll be Jan Wenner, and then everything will be fine. You should change your name to Jan Wenner, Jr.
No, you've missed the most obvious thing. Obviously, I want to be Howard Stern. I don't want to be Bob Guccione Sr. I don't want to be...
No, that would be stupid and silly.
It would be stupid and silly. You're right, Robin.
You should change your name to a regular name, take away the bank account from your dad, and I got news for you. You're going to see what life is really
I wish
like.
I had a bank
And we'll
account
see if those women come running. You'll marry. You'll see. You'll marry the first one that'll look at you.
Give up the magazine and start from scratch.
Yeah.
No.
Prove it to us. Don't you want to prove it to your dad?
Very proud of the magazine.
You know what his father calls that magazine?
Hey, he was talking about interviews. Who was it who rushed into print to be in Spin when you had your book out? And
you kept asking me. I agreed to do it.
I think we almost completed the first sentence to ask, and you said, "Yeah, I'll do it. I'm there. When? Where's the photographer?"
Yeah, sure. All right. Hey, Bob.
Wait a minute.
I'm sure you made the arrangements, Bob.
Bob, if you call me for 10 years and I agree to do it, do you think that's rushing into it?
I don't call you for 10 years
Okay.
now.
All right, Bob. Listen, you win, Bob, you know what? The audience just called up. They say you won the argument. They're all convinced that I don't know what I'm doing, and you're the brightest guy in the world.
Well, I tell you, Howard...
Sell the magazine, Mr. Humanity, and go to Rwanda, and we'll see you there.
Yeah.
You love humanity so much.
No, I do like humanity.
He thinks he loves humanity because he
writes about it.
He wrote about AIDS. So that makes you love humanity. Treat people in your everyday life. The women that you meet and all that other stuff. Treat people in your everyday life
well
as equals.
I do.
I don't know. I suspect.
I didn't know you were so sensitive to criticism.
No. That one you were making out on the table. Make a commitment to them. Make a commitment to her.
Oh, wait, listen. Well, happily, when I'm ready, make commitments.
Yeah.
But,
well, what do you go, 80, 90?
You're getting too many.
What are you waiting for?
You're getting spoiled, that's all, pal.
Boy, it must be a low news day today.
Yes, it is. All right, listen, Bob.
It must be a light news day.
Bob, I'm trying to get off the phone with you.
You can't
Bob, I'll give you a plug.
He's going for more airtime.
One thing I'll say about Bob, he's brave enough. He's brave enough to come on the air with me.
That's true.
Bob,
I knew he would, though. He's a whore.
Of course. Bob, good luck with your magazine.
Thank you.
The magazine's name is Spin, if you care to read the ramblings of Spin Magazine. And
many millions do.
And the only reason I get many negative comments about me. I didn't appreciate yours because I know what you've said to me in private, and I wanted to say it to you.
I reiterate on the air. I think
I would rather say everything I feel to your face than to read about it in some paper where you've suddenly changed your opinion after being rejected for so many years on this show.
No,
Thank you.
I think that's a bit slighted.
I think that real men talk face to face. Real men talk face to face. You do it through magazine articles. I've talked to you about it. I am convinced that what you said to me was two-faced. Thank you.
I think it's just two sides of the same face.
You know what his father calls Spin Magazine?
What?
Spend Magazine.
Hey, that's your first funny line in half an hour.
Real? Oh, thank God.
That's very funny. That's good.
Well, I don't hear you laughing.
I hear your staff applauding.
Mr. Rated joke here on the phone.
Yeah, we got Mr. Rated joke.
Even your staff applaud when you finally come up with one. That was very good.
Thank you, Bob.
Mr. Rated
that was
joke.
good. I'll use that one
we'll call
again.
you when we think we've done a good show. So
Hey, Bob, and by the way, we're going to call you when you write your first good article for Spin. I'll let you know it, okay? All right, genius.
Speak to you soon.
Thank you. Mr. Genius, Bob Guccione Jr.
No, we won't speak to you soon.
I'm not talking to you again. Unless you say something else.
Oh. I think goodbye. Goodbye,
no, listen,
guys.
I don't want to tie you up. I know you have to go inherit. Thank you. Some of us earn, the others inherit. Thank you.
Good luck with your show.
Good luck with yours.
Bye.
That's Bob Guccione Jr., who inherited everything. Self-made man.
Well, my father and I had a partnership, but we...
And did you see how he tries to deny it?
Yes.
He goes, my father never was involved in the original deal. My father was never...
Well, our partnership years ago was dissolved.
Yeah.
I only used his money in the beginning when I needed it.
Our partnership dissolved in 1987, you see. But of course, now my father has had nothing to do with the magazine since.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my father got it up and running, but what does that have to do with
He just had to put in a few million.
Not my partner anymore, you see. I've done it on my own.
Did it all on my own.
That's right.
He gave me a car and filled it with gas, but I drove it.
Yeah, good man.
I drove it all by myself.
He gave you a new Ferrari.
I dressed myself this morning and chewed my own food.
No. You wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't understand. You're a fool.
No, I would understand because I was the kind of guy. I got out of school and I was like, uh-oh.
What do I do now?
Maybe I'll call Bob Guccione and have him finance a magazine.
Oh, Howard, your arguments are so thin.
Oh,
no.
Tish-tosh.
The difference between me and him is that I didn't get handed anything. And that's a big difference.
That's a bunch of tummy rot.
I just happen to like publishing. What a coincidence.
That's right.
Yeah. I'm trying to be your father.
The journalism shows that I care about humanity.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to write about stuff than to actually behave a certain way.
Well, why don't you come and do my show then?
Yes.
Yeah, that'll solve everything.
You're such an egomaniac. You're so into being a star. So come and do my show.
Yeah, my show. I'm an egomaniac, but he's talking about his show, his magazine.
Then do my show.
I'll tell you why he's an egomaniac. For him to have a publicist that calls here every month and assumes that we need him as a guest.
Yes, once a week, Gary said.
Yeah.
Doing their job, aren't they?
I was being kind. That's an egomaniac. Because your father's name is your name? Is why we're...
Hey, I'm supposed to be on that show.
Yeah, but you don't understand. Howard's going to want me on that show.
No, you don't get it, do you?
Where's my appointment for Howard?
I think it's...
And by the way, I was talking to Billy about this yesterday. I said, it's really funny how, like, when people in show business do an interview, they won't say anything bad about anyone. They won't even say bad stuff about O.J. Simpson. They won't say bad stuff about Michael Jackson. They won't. None of them. Oprah, who was molested, who claims to have been molested, will not say a bad word about Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm. But all of them feel it's okay to make a comment about me because they don't think they're offending Hollywood.
That's right.
When they
You're
offend me.
an outsider.
And they want to show they're outrageous.
They're being bold.
It's like Uhura yesterday, the woman who played Uhura on the Star Trek.
Now, she did a dissertation on you.
Yeah, I mean, she wants to be outrageous. She has a craving to be honest, but she can't do it. Gene Roddenberry, who screwed her over, had sex with her, had sex with another woman while he was
sexually harassing her on the set. I mean, that
Yeah.
thing she describes where he dressed up and starts rubbing against her on the set when she didn't know who he was. Sexual
You get the
harassment.
feeling she thinks he's a great man.
Yeah, wouldn't speak up against him, wouldn't say he was a bad man publicly or privately.
I bet you she didn't feel very free about running that relationship any way she wanted when he had control of her job.
Yeah, all of them are hypocrites. And then they write books about how noble they are.
Yeah, and she's only mad at Bill Shatner because that relationship was so special. She should be the one to talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
like, she's writing a book about how noble she was and what a life she's conducted.
Her adulterous affair.
Yeah.
And where he wanted to get her into threesomes with his other mistress.
Yeah, because she worked on the show.
Then she's a sociopath or something.
Yeah, but she's going to tell... And then now her moment of honesty, she gets up in front of these morons in Klingon outfits at a Star Trek convention, people wearing Spock ears, big fat guys with Spock ears, and she gets up and she goes, Howard Stern is disgusting.
He does nothing to uplift humanity.
Yeah, he doesn't force women. But I uplift humanity. I put a little earpiece in my ear, and I get one line a week on Star Trek.
And I sleep with a guy who's married.
Yeah. My legs were spread wider than Bob Guccione's teeth.
I slept with Burgess Meredith. Doesn't that explain how I care about humanity?
The penguin humped me.
The penguin humped me. That's Uhura. But they all want to be, don't you see, they all want to be outrageous in their books. They want to be outrageous in their conversation. But they can't bring themselves to be honest. Oprah Winfrey's got more money. She could retire tomorrow, never have to work again, and she still can't find the courage to make a statement about Michael Jackson and this alleged child abuse. Mm-hmm. There isn't a celebrity in Hollywood who doesn't believe that O.J. Simpson is as guilty as sin.
Off the mic, they all do.
They all do. They all tell me off the mic. They come in here, they tell me off the mic, and they will not say it on the microphone. They're all pussies. And yet, they feel, okay, Howard Stern will get.
It's easy. There's no downside
the guy in
talking
Newsday,
badly about you.
The guy in Newsday, Princeton, I'm #1 in the ratings again with an 8.1. I beat the all-news station in New York and everything. And they go with a headline and a story. Howard Stern is not #1. Mm-hmm. I was #2 in some demographic. And then it turns out the rating service was wrong. It turns out I'm #1 in everything.
Well, you know,
he would not write. Wouldn't he want to write an article about George Bush's son in an SNL scandal before he'd have to sit and attack me? They don't attack anybody. They attack me.
He doesn't like you.
Yeah, he don't like me. You know why didn't he like me? He's another guy who wanted to come on and promote his book. I wouldn't let him.
He needed an excuse to write an article about other radio people. So that's what he turned it into.
Yeah, he don't like me.
Well, what's interesting to me is that even your hiring of John Avildsen to work on your movie has everyone shocked.
Yeah, they can't understand it.
How could that happen?
Yeah, well, it happened. And watch, and that's going to be the next big blow to Hollywood. When this film grosses over $200 million, it's going to freak them out. It is going to set the world on fire.
Maybe they'll stop talking badly about it.
No, they won't.
Yeah, it's a film about a fool.
If they ever stop talking badly about me, I'm doing something wrong. You have permission to smack me. The day you see me on Entertainment Tonight with my 20-year-old girlfriend.
Oh, boy.
Telling you.
And you become a British idiot.
Believe me.
Yeah, that's when I'm the village idiot.
Believe me, I won't be around.
I have a 62 Buick ragtop.
Yeah, I have a ragtop.
I'm a British idiot.
Yeah. Oh, yes, here's my antique car collection.
Yeah, my dad owns Penthouse Magazine, but I have a 60...
I just bought a 66 Camaro.
Yes, with a 307 Hemi.
Cool.
Backwards baseball cap and my baggy pants, and I'm a British wigger.
Yeah, I look like a wigger.
Yes, it's notorious.
I like to dress like the niggers.
I'm wearing my distressed leather.
It's very street.
I got it from France.
I'm grunge, you know.
Yeah, I'm grunge.
Yes.
By the way, Daddy's Rolls Royce will follow me in case I get a flat.
Well, my bodyguards are with me when I go to Harlem.
All right, very good. Everyone
but I love to walk the street.
You know why I expose hypocrisy? When I lived in Roosevelt, which was an all-black community, there were all these people preaching in the school system, women who lived in Roosevelt. We have to live with our black brothers. We have to live. And 2 seconds later, as soon as a black family moved in, they moved out. And these are all people who love humanity. They preach. They would tell me in classrooms, we have to live with our black brothers. We all have to get along. And then they move out of the community. And it was at this early age I realized that people were hypocrites. They're all full of crap.
Well, you can see. I mean, look at how well we're getting along today.
Listen, never mind all this. Let's have some real fun.
Yes, what are we going to do now?
We're going to take a break, and we'll listen to the tapes from Washington, D.C. Now you're going to hear something.
Now we're going to learn something.
Now you're going to have a good laugh.
Why are people voting for Marion Barry?
Yeah, you're going to...
In
now you're
Washington, D.C.
When I get done with you, you will hate humanity. Right after these words.
You will want to leave.
No time to eat here, huh? We're doing the show. Caught me mid-bite, Robin.
I like that. And it's the meal we all love. It's his tuna sandwich.
Yeah, it's not as good as it sounds. It's 2 pieces of 7-grain bread.
It's right from the can.
Yeah, I don't put any mayonnaise, no lettuce, no tomato, no onion.
We're not talking tuna salad.
No, there's no enjoyment in this sandwich.
Oh, my. We'll have the thing swim down your throat.
Physique.
Scales and all.
Let me tell you about physique. Obviously, I eat this way. I want to stay in good shape.
Sure.
I want to be thin. And you need exercise equipment. You can have a home gym in your house. I mean a home gym. I don't mean one of these solo flexes where you got a little T-bar there and you can't even figure out what to do.
I was looking, again, I hate to pick on Solaflex, but they're the ones that, have those infomercials and they advertise the most. Do you notice that they're almost in the dark?
Yeah, oh yeah, because look what you're buying.
Show you that thing.
It's a bench with a little T-bar, and if you want to do a leg exercise, you got to unscrew stuff all over the place and move everything.
Yeah, I was looking at it the other day. I said, man, you can't even see that piece of equipment they got. It's so poorly lit.
I'm talking about a real home gym. Call this number. They're going to send you a free video. You can get a step climber and a home gym. The price is unbelievable. You get a 5-year warranty. If you don't like it, but see the video first, obviously.
And they'll show it to you. It's good lighting. You can see everything.
It's unbelievable. Gary's using. I know you're getting one. I'm getting one. 1-800-468-6200. You got to see this thing. It's made by a company called Physique. It's called the Tri-Gravity Home Gym. They'll send you a free video now.
They'll even show you how it's made. It's so well made.
And then if you order one, they even refund not only the cost of the product, but a 30-day money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied. Plus, they'll refund all the freight charges, including return freight.
It won't cost you a thing.
That's how confident they are you're going to love this. 1-800-468-6200. Jackie New Rave Joke Page Martling to order Jackie's comedy CD or cassette, $10, free shipping and handling. Indian Summer Special, buy 2, get 1 free. Call 1-800-323. That's right. 1-800-323-KING. K-I-N-G. Tomorrow night, one big show at Rascals by the Shore in Ocean Township, New Jersey. For raunchy jokes and info, call 516-922-WINE. Remember,
what a salesman.
922-WINE is not a pay service. Indian Summer. Okay.
Thanks, huh?
Hey!
So anyway, my wife was mad at me last night because I've been sick, and I had a cold. So I get up in the middle of the night, and I started coughing.
So she's angry about
it? She started yelling, "I can't sleep." No, I went into a tirade, and I went, "You can't sleep?" I said, "Look at me. I have a cold. I have the pressure of having to get up at 4 in the morning. I'm not getting any rest. I'm coughing my brains out here. You should have a cold and have the pressure of having to get up and do a radio show while you have a cold."
And she believe she yelled at you for coughing.
Yeah, and then she said, "I can't even have a discussion with you." I said, a discussion? What do you want from me? I'm sick. Where am I supposed to go? You want me to go to a hotel?
How can we discuss this?
Where am I supposed to go when I'm sick? Am I wrong here?
Have you noticed it's gotten to the point, I know with me, that the statement, I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, falls on deaf ears.
Yeah, I know. You know what? It's like really funny. I went over to write the movie yesterday and everything. Everyone's all perky at noon and 1 ordering lunch. Yeah. And around 2 or 3 o'clock, I started getting really phased out. I couldn't even concentrate on what anyone was saying. I said, I have to leave. I know everyone looks at me like, oh, what a baby. Yeah. But what I'm going to do is have everyone associated with my movie, they're going to have to live with me for 3 days.
And get up at your hours.
Get up at my hours.
Work your schedule.
Work my schedule. And then when we're making this movie and I have to leave at 6 o'clock, they're going to understand why.
You know the best week of your life is the week after the birthday show.
Yep.
After our wives get up at 4 o'clock in the morning with us.
It's great. Yeah. Then my wife's like, I don't know how you do it. I'm exhausted. My whole week is thrown off.
Memory fades fast.
And we do it every day, 5 days a week.
Yeah. But, man, she was giving me, and I went into a tirade, and then she goes, I can't have a conversation. Then she left the room. I don't know where she went.
But what kind of a conversation is it? You woke me up coughing with your cold.
I know. Well, she's just pissed off. And then we had to do this whole new thing with the baby last night.
What's that?
Well, you see, I told I don't
What's the new thing?
I don't get to spend a lot of time with the kids, but I know how to raise kids. I just supervise. I'm a supervisor.
You know what?
I know what she should do.
Yes.
I don't do it.
You don't know how to do it.
Or she could ask me what to do, and I can tell her.
It's harder to do it than it is to say it.
I'm like a director.
Look at how good I am at it.
Right. Yeah, you're real distant. You're good at it. You're the perfect mother. So anyway, the baby, every time the baby cries in the middle of the night, my wife gets up and eventually gives in because it's heartbreaking to hear a kid cry. And she just brings the kid into bed.
Oh, she did that.
Yeah, or gets her a bottle and stuff. And I said, listen.
How old is your baby now? Bottle?
This is the age. Oh, yeah, bottle. She's not even 2 years old yet. Mellow out. Bottle.
My kid would be drinking out of a glass.
No, it wouldn't. Your kid would have run away from home. He's right.
See how advanced?
She loves the cats more than me.
So, I said to my wife, I said, look, you got to stop that. You got to let the baby cry. Well, she's going to wake up the house. I said, I don't care because she's going to get up every night. She's never even going to get a good night's sleep.
She's in bed with you?
Sometimes she's in bed with, my wife. I don't know. Sometimes she's in bed with my wife downstairs. Sometimes, it doesn't make it. They end up somewhere in bed.
Yeah.
So I don't know where they go because I'm in a coma. My wife just sometimes wakes me and says, "Don't squish the baby's head," because I'll roll over on the baby's head. And I go, don't worry, I somehow you know not to. So, we know this. With kids, you got to let them just cry, and then it's real bad. So
they'll put themselves back to sleep.
She called the doctor about it, and he even said to her, look, do it tonight. She's going to probably cry for like 40 minutes, but that's what you got to be strong, and just let her, and she'll go back to bed, and then every night after. We know this. We've done this a million times.
Why would she call the doctor? Like the doctor's going to say, oh, yeah, bring her in, I'll give her a sleeping pill?
Because she won't listen to me. She doesn't listen to me. She only listens to a doctor.
Oh, he's got to have a degree.
But we've been through this a million times. My wife's already,
every kid.
Yeah, my wife's already trained kids to do this.
Yeah.
So last night, on top of me coughing and everything, all of a sudden, I heard her go downstairs all pissed off at me because I was coughing. And then I heard the baby going.
She got it from both sides.
Yeah, it must have been some night last night in the OK Corral.
Well, is she still reporting to you how much sleep she gets?
Yeah. Oh, today I'll get it. When I get home, she'll be like, she won't ask me how I'm feeling right now. She'll go, I only got 3 hours sleep last night. I'll go, oh. And her voice will be hoarse.
And implied in that is it's all your fault.
She'll be like, I only got 3 hours sleep last night. I'll be like, well, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what to tell you. I said, well, why don't you go back to bed? It's not like you got a job. Once the kids go to school, give the kid to the housekeeper. Go sleep during the day. Give yourself a bottle. Go to sleep. You don't have to be on any schedule.
And what does she say to that?
I don't know. She gets all upset. She gets angry.
That is not what she wants to hear.
I'm sure it was one hell of a night, though. I'll tell you that. I'm sure it was one hell of a night.
Well, I guess there is no place for her to sleep there. If you're coughing, there's no place to go.
Yeah, and I said, hey, you can sleep here. But it was snotting and blowing my nose. So I blew my nose. She goes, you don't have to blow your nose in the room. You can leave the room. I go, oh, come on. Where am I going to blow my nose in?
Yeah, you want to get up and get all animated and active and wake yourself up a lot.
I'm going to go in the bathroom, turn on the light, go find tissues, and blow my nose.
And then try to go back to sleep.
Who is it?
Your wife.
Oh, good.
Don't talk about this on the radio.
Hi, honey. Where's my beautiful wife? Hello?
Oh,
man.
Jackie.
It's Jackie on the phone.
Hello.
Hi, honey.
you're not going to believe what I was objecting to. I understand you're not feeling good. I understand you have to get up at 6 in the morning.
4 in the morning.
4 in the morning. But you're sitting in bed blowing your nose.
Right. So where am I supposed to go to blow my nose?
You could have gone into the bathroom. You could have gone into the hall.
Can you imagine? Like Robin, even Robin just said. Of course not, because I have to be up at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, but enough of an excuse.
No, let me tell you. Can I play something?
There's another person sleeping in there. It's totally impolite.
Allison.
It's noisy as can be.
Allison, listen to me.
That's what disturbed me.
Listen to me. For me to get up out of bed, to go into a...
up.
Listen. I wasn't. I was trying to mellow out so I could get back to sleep.
Oh, I couldn't believe what you were doing.
No.
That's what
I had to blow my
upset me.
nose. I tell you something. I might have to go to separate bedrooms.
That's what...
Well, you know, they do say that people who sleep in separate beds sleep better.
My parents do that. And you know something? I said to my wife, I'm on such a kooky schedule. I need to be in a crypt.
Yeah.
Put me in a coffin.
Well, I was saying to him,
he could go down in his office and have a bed.
But Allison,
so put a bed in there. I'll sleep in there.
When you go to sleep at this time and you have to get up at those hours, if something disturbs you in the middle of the night, you're trying not to get
She doesn't understand it. It's mood making. What you're trying to do is stay drowsy so you fall back asleep.
Right.
If I get up, get out of bed, search for tissues, then I'm up and I'm out of my mind.
Yeah, you can't go to sleep.
What?
If you walk around, your heart gets going and increases your heart rate.
My wife needs to spend a week with me coming into the radio show at 4 o'clock in the morning every day.
No, I just felt you're not living alone. You have another...
I know.
God forbid I blow my nose.
Yeah, because I have to get up at 4 in the morning.
It's different than just getting up. It really is.
Allison, if I was retired...
That's what upset me.
Allison, if I was Bob Guccione Jr. and had all the money in the world, I wouldn't care if you started blowing your nose in the middle of the night. Wake me up, I'll go back to bed. If I don't go back, I'll get up, I'll read a magazine.
That's what I'm going to start to do.
You got to understand something. No, you can't blow your nose as long as I have this job of getting up at 4 in the morning. Do you understand?
No.
I know. No one understands.
Listen, I do understand.
You're sympathetic, right?
How many years have I lived with this
So then what are you complaining? What are you yelling at me for? Then she starts yelling at me, and I try to explain to her. She goes, I can't have a discussion with you.
Because you were up, and you were getting up. And you were making so much noise, you could have just gotten up.
I had to blow my nose.
I know. But when you got up to go to the bathroom, you could have blown your nose.
But I didn't have to go to the bathroom. I just had to blow my nose. If I had to get up to go to the bathroom, I would have gone to the bathroom.
All right. And what can I say? I'm just saying that's what bothered me, lying in bed with someone blowing their nose.
Yeah, but Allison, it's not going to change.
Hi, you want to say hi to Daddy?
Who is that?
That's your child.
Who's over my house?
I'm playing with a 20-month-old.
Who's that? Ashley?
Meanwhile, you're not going to believe how long she cried.
How long?
4 minutes.
Oh, is that all it was? It sounded like it was really bad. And what I do, instead of coming downstairs, I just close the door more.
So did I.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean,
she went back to sleep good.
Yeah, 4 minutes.
Here, let me tell her. I'll tell her. That she has to sleep at night.
What?
Let me get her on the phone. I'll tell her she has to sleep at night.
She knows.
It's good to come from the father. This is my way of parenting, because I'm not going to be home all day.
You're being a parent?
Yeah, let me be a parent for a second. Let me try it out.
She's not near the phone.
Okay.
Come here, Ashley.
My wife makes noise in her sleep. She snores.
Oh,
and I never say... You do. Tell the truth. Do you, Allison?
I don't think I've snored lately.
She farts in her sleep. I never say anything.
Oh, that's terrible.
I do not.
She passes a little
things up. Hey, hi, Daddy.
Hi.
Hi, Ashley. Did you sleep good last night?
No.
No?
Say hi, Daddy.
No. Hi, Daddy.
Hi, Ashley. You have to...
Did you hear that?
Yes, of course I heard that. She's communicating with her father. Hi, honey. Do you have to sleep? Hi, you have to sleep at night, right?
No.
Yes. Yes, you have to sleep.
You're doing very well. See how easy...
I'll let my wife know. I said, you have to sleep at night. She goes, no.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
She doesn't want to hear that. Doesn't want any discipline.
The kids inherited my voice. My wife has a hoarse voice. You see,
they
the
have
kids
good
speak clearly.
full-body voices.
Yeah, because they get sleep.
I don't get to sleep at night.
You're an angel, believe me.
I am an angel.
You weren't. Well, you did the right thing. After you yelled, you went downstairs like you should have.
After I yelled.
That's right.
My God.
I'm so sweet.
I can't even say anything to him.
I'm such a sweet guy. I explained to her. I said, Allison.
No, if you had explained... Howard, I know the whole schedule. This is nothing new to me.
Then why do you bring it up?
Because I couldn't believe...
She turns to me, she goes, why do you have to blow your nose? I said, Allison, I can't get out of bed. I got to blow my nose and get back to sleep.
If you don't blow your nose, you're drunk.
Go in another room and blow your nose. I go, Allison, I can't. And then she goes, oh, and I let her have it. I said, you don't understand something.
He makes it like I yell. I don't even know.
No, I yelled.
Was this in the middle of the night?
Yeah, I don't want to hear this kind of crap in the middle of the night.
1:30.
That's the middle of the night, Allison.
That's what I'm saying.
No, not for her, because she sleeps till 10 o'clock.
Yeah, right. Sleep till... I'm up at 6 o'clock.
This is a rare morning that she's up this early.
That's not true.
All right, listen, you go back to bed and
Howard.
What?
You act like I have nothing to do. I get these kids up and ready for school every morning.
Housekeeper. Okay, anyway, I got to go.
Yeah.
She's got 20 in help over there.
So self-centered.
Every time she starts getting cranky, I should hire another person.
Is that right?
That's
so
right.
How many do you have now?
Oh, it's an endless parade of people. You know what? I come home. There's more people watching my every move. The house is packed with people watching my every move, and I'm on good behavior.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, I'm like a gentleman. Then I get Allison alone in the room. I start yelling.
Oh,
I can't even yell at her in my house.
Soundproof the room so you can have one place to yell.
Yeah.
He is so exaggerated.
Listen, I'm a good husband. At least I don't come home with ski mask and gloves. And all right.
Well, that's good. At least you don't do that.
All right, sweetie.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too, you little angel. I'm so happy.
Are you feeling better after your good night's sleep?
Oh, I'm feeling great. All right, goodbye. Goodbye, sweetheart. Yes. I'm going to get her. I got a scheduled appointment. You know how they say lovers should schedule
That's right, you
appointments?
make dates.
I got a date December 15th. Wait till you see what I do to her.
You got that time cleared?
Ooh, yeah, December 15th is my day. So I think it's 2 days before I start shooting the movie. Oh, yeah.
Really put it to her, huh?
How many days I got left?
Is the contract until you have to sleep with your wife?
Until I have to sleep with my wife.
That's several months.
75 days.
All right. I'm ready.
Start the countdown now.
All right, I got to take a break. We still have not heard the tape.
Of course not, because
From Washington.
you won't let me listen to it.
I will have to play that tomorrow.
Oh.
We have a German broadcaster waiting to come in and say hello to us.
We can't listen to this tape again today.
We got to do news, and I got to get out of here, and we have to stick to our schedule.
You got to give me another little taste then.
All right, I'll give you a little teaser. When I come back, I'll give you a teaser. I'm going to fix it tonight, my wife.
Just stop and blow your nose.
No, I'm not going to stop blowing my nose.
You better stop.
All right, come here. I'm going to sit on your head right now.
No, Howie, no. Come on, Howard, no. Come on. Oh, Jesus.
All right, we'll be back right
Maybe
after
she'll
this.
sit on your head if you start blowing your nose.
Sit on your head.
All right, we'll be back right after these words.
We'll return to the Howard Stern Show after these messages. 97.1 The Eagle.
8:49 at the Eagle. This is Brad Baxter. Eagle weather partly cloudy through tonight. High today of 90. Low tonight 70. Right now 67 in Fort Worth. It's 70 in Dallas. Checking traffic for Innovative Office Systems in Dallas. Accidents reported. I-35 Stemmons at Reunion. Also Live Oak at Carroll. Police report a pedestrian struck there. Fort Worth, an injury accident. Southbound I-35 North Freeway on the ramp to Highway 287. Martin Luther King Jr. The ramp is open right now, but police should eventually close the ramp to clear the rocks that were spilled when a truck overturned. Traffic slow on the ramp. Another Fort Worth accident, Golden Triangle at I-35 North Freeway. A van and a car are involved, according to police. The freeway closed in Fort Worth, northbound East Loop 820 at Barry. You can re-enter the Eagle.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
Okay. Robin, we're minutes away from news time. You wanted a little teaser. Okay. On tomorrow's show, we will get to hear black people talk about...
Did you only interview black people?
Turned out that's all they found.
It wasn't planned that way.
No, not planned that way. But I'm telling you up front, we only found black people who had voted for Mayor Marion Barry.
I would have loved to have heard whether white people were voting for him, too.
Well, if you're brave enough to find one, go ahead. But here's a little teaser of what you'll be hearing tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Can you list some of the key points that Marion Barry gave on his campaign platform, what he's running for, what he believes in?
Well, number one, what he's running for was the fact that before he left, and you know his campaign.
All right, there you go. All right, so...
Do people like that when they start off, do they know they can't answer that question?
I don't know. Do you think they get caught up in the middle?
You gotta give us that again.
I don't know. Well, tomorrow you get it again.
One more.
Look at Jackie.
No, it's too good. Just one more. You really threatened to say something.
All right, I'll give it to you again. Because you know what? I feel bad for you. Right there.
Put it.
That was pretty funny.
You going to be voting for Marion Barry as the next mayor of Washington?
I voted for him through the primary, and I don't see why not. I should vote for him all the way.
Are you a Republican or a Democrat?
Well, I vote mainly Democrat, but I call myself independent.
Can you list some of the key points that Marion Barry gave on his campaign platform, what he's running for, what he believes in?
Well, number one, what he's running for was the fact that before he left, and you know his campaign.
Wow.
Do you think he thinks he said a lot more? Like there was a whole chunk that he thought he said?
Maybe he thought a lot more than he said.
Maybe it ran in his head.
Well, I know when I make no sense. I know, like,
At the end, this is making no sense.
Yeah, I know it makes no sense. So maybe he knew, too.
Such confidence, though. Like,
yeah. Oh, and that's a strong opinion. Imagine trying to argue with that guy.
But he started to look number one.
Number one. Wait till you hear tomorrow, number two and number three. Robin, there is a gentleman. I don't normally do this. I am not here to train broadcasters. I'm not here to train people in the art of radio, but this fellow is from Germany.
Now, do we really need the Germans to have radio?
Yeah. Why don't they develop their own radio? But he wants to come in and see the studio. So I have granted him permission to come in.
He just wants to see the studio?
See the studio and watch us work for 5 minutes, and then he's out of here. He needs to learn this.
How does he know about us?
I don't know. But Gary, bring in the Schweinhund, and let's let him observe us for 5 minutes. That's literally the amount of time I have for this nonsense.
Bring in the crowd?
The crowd. Bring in the crowd. Fred drinking a toast with the German broadcaster.
My pal, Oktoberfest.
That's an appropriate anti-Jewish toast. Hey, Heinz, how are you? What's happening? It's Heinz, everyone. Guten Tag. Guten Tag.
Thank you. Thank you, Howard.
Are you Heinz?
No, I'm Stephen or Stefan.
Stefan. Right. I call you Stefan.
No, that's okay.
Stefan. Stefan, you are from Germany?
I'm from Germany, from Hamburg.
And you speak very good English.
You think so?
I think so.
No, that's okay.
No, I mean you do.
Is that a typical radio voice in Germany?
Yes,
they talk like this in Germany.
No, yeah.
That's the first thing I want to teach you. Lower your voice about 3 octaves. There you go.
Modulate that maybe a bit.
How do you know of the great Howard Stern? How do you know?
You know what? I was doing internships in Los Angeles, and it was in 1990. I think it was my first one.
I see.
And then was that the year when you were number one in the ratings there, and everyone was
That is correct.
Then?
That's right.
There was some guy coming over from New York.
You're very observant. Yes, very good.
That was pretty nice. Yeah,
now,
I admire that.
You know about conquering.
There's something you liked when I conquered Los Angeles, right?
Yeah, that was really, that was a neat thing.
You like to conquer, don't you? I mean, you like to conquer and win, don't you?
I was the number one radio station in Hamburg.
Well, there you go.
That's
You like to
okay.
conquer.
That's okay.
Hey, by the way, very unusual. You have blonde hair and blue eyes.
You recognize that?
Very odd. Very odd.
That?
Yes, very odd. Perfect aria.
What's your color?
I have blue eyes, but I have the blackish hair.
All right.
That's the hair of a half Jew. frizzy hair.
Are you a Jew?
You a Jew.
No.
So what's the story? You're not a Jew, are you?
No.
How many Jews are left in Germany? What, like 6?
2.
2? Is that right?
2. Only 2. We know their names and we know where they go at all times.
I didn't count them. You know.
Now, what about you? Were your parents in World War II?
Yes, actually, my father was.
He was what?
He was a Nazi?
He was a Nazi?
No, he wasn't.
Okay. He wasn't?
No.
What
wasn't.
What side was he
What
fighting
do you think
for?
about Germans? I mean,
No.
Don't get
Take it easy, man.
Just asking questions.
Don't be all uptight. Hogan.
Who told you we put sawdust in the bread?
I mean, he was fighting that.
He was a Nazi.
No, that's a different thing to see.
What do you mean, different thing to see?
You have to be, being in the party, that would be a real Nazi.
Oh.
Okay?
Well, he just killed people.
He wasn't in the party.
He shot people, but his heart wasn't in it.
So where did he serve? Would he help the Jews? Would he help the Jews into the ovens? No, be honest.
He was in Russia.
He was?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. I don't care about that. I don't care if he kills Russians. That's okay.
The Russians might have a problem.
Yeah, the Russians have a problem, and I'm not going to. I want to bring him back for war crimes. Wouldn't that be great? great. He comes on our show and we bring back his dad for war crimes. It'd be great. Your father will be really pleased. What is wrong with you?
So how did your father explain all that, being in the war?
We did not know.
We had night
I was
sessions
just
ago,
following orders.
Does he have a war scrapbook? Like, does he have, like, memorabilia?
Fingers in it.
Yeah.
Here is my lampshade.
Do you have any lampshades made out of skin?
No.
Nothing like that. No, you don't see any of that stuff anymore.
Well,
he didn't collect any art or gold teeth?
He got rid of all that.
Yeah, but they did. Smart.
Melted it down.
It's not. You know what you think? It's not that bad.
Really?
No.
It's not that bad?
Wasn't that bad?
I don't know what to think.
We take care about our history. Really, we do.
You do take care of your history?
Yeah, we hid it.
We burned everything. We try to hide everything pretty much.
Thanks.
So you like the Jews?
Yes, I have no problems with them. Never.
Never?
There's not that many.
But how do you have problems if you don't live with any? It's like white people say they have no problem with blacks, but they live in an all-white community.
That's right.
Being in Jews is a normal thing that you can have in Germany. There's no problem anymore.
No, I have no problem. I mean,
so that's it.
You gotta
They're
do
not
what you gotta
wearing
do.
armbands anymore?
Right. No.
Yeah.
Listen, according to most Germans, and be serious in defense of you, according to most Germans, the 1940s is like Oz. It was a movie someone made, and you click your heel 3 times and you're out of there.
You know, people believe that's true. It's like War of the Worlds. Everybody thought we were being invaded by Martians, and it really didn't happen.
You can't prove it happened. Go ahead and prove it.
Click your jackboots 3 times. There's no place like Hamburg. There's no place like Hamburg.
So do you think there's still a lot of resentment in Germany for the Jews and the various ethnic types? Do you think that...
Have you ever been to a concentration camp?
Oh, yes, I have. Have you ever been there?
Well, no, I don't go to Germany.
No, we won't go. We're afraid to go.
I heard you telling the other day that you would like to make it up in Europe someday. Maybe.
No, you didn't hear that from me.
Yeah, you want to go to England or so via satellite with him?
I think you were listening.
Only satellite.
Yeah, I'll go. Oh, yes, via satellite would be fine. Yeah, I'd like to go to Germany via satellite.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'd like to put all of Germany on satellite and send them somewhere too.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not a big fan of Germans, but
why not?
Well, let's face it. You have a conquering mentality.
I think so.
The best thing you ever did, though, the Germans, and I'm going to tell you this, my friend.
BMW.
I'm going to no, forget the BMW. Forget all that crap. When you conquered the French, that was the greatest. Because I'm going to tell you something.
Was that really that hard to do?
You talk to your dad about it. He must have a good laugh. Those fligging French.
They are pussies.
It took 4 Nazis to conquer Germany.
They walked in and everybody laid down their arms.
I'm telling you, the best thing about the Germans, they proved to the world what pussies the French were. And let me tell you this about the French. When you guys invaded France, for the first time in their history, their manufacturing and production went up. They loved to perform for the Nazis. They loved it. They were like, yo, Francois, lay down. And boom, they laid down. Biggest pussies in the world, the French. And you guys proved it.
Thank you. Oh, my God.
There you go.
That's one good thing they've done.
The one thing good about the war, you proved France. France laid right down. Not only, listen, when you're a conquered people, like the French, you can do a work slow down, maybe not work as
you
fast.
could not be as enthusiastic.
They say French production during World War II was through the roof. The Nazis...
They work better than they ever had for themselves.
They have a conquered mentality.
I'm not. I have no conquering mentality. I'm sorry. So
your dad never threw anyone in an oven or anything? Did you ever ask him? If he did, he's not going to talk about it.
Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe keep it quiet.
Yeah.
It's not a cool thing to be talking about.
Yeah, really. How did he get to Russia? He had to go through a couple other countries.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, we want.
Did he get to meet Hitler?
Does he have a uniform?
No, never.
Does he have his uniform still with the Schwarzenegger?
No, I don't. Never. He came back from Russia, and he got rid of all that.
Oh, really?
Stuff.
Yeah, smart.
I don't want to go that deep in this thing because we had sessions that he's talking about what's happening there, and so that.
Does he still have flashbacks?
He's dead.
Who's dead?
He's dead.
Really? Oh, hey, take it easy, man. Okay, hey, calm down, all right?
Okay.
Hey, you're going to start crying, man. You're going to bring the whole show.
What kind of night sessions are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about, night sessions?
Maneuvers.
Now,
what do you mean your dad would have night sessions?
We would sit down and talk about that.
Talk about what? The Hitler thing?
Yeah, the war.
And what did he say?
It was great times. Hitler wore khakis.
No, he wasn't. Oh, my God.
Hitler wore khakis.
He was a good guy.
Maybe, I don't know.
No, what did your father say?
That was the worst the worst thing that could ever happen in the world.
Yeah.
It could ever happen, and it will never happen again, hopefully.
Really?
So
you don't. I think Germany's now reunited. I think they're going to do it all over again.
Absolutely. I get the sign.
Only 6 million. Let's
You get
push
the
that
sign?
figure over
What
the
sign?
top.
I'll tell you the sign.
They call it skinheads. You know, you got all the people over there.
Yeah, your hair's kind of short. You look a little like a
I
skinhead.
think he's just growing his hair back.
Yeah, right.
this is the worst thing you can tell you. No,
Really? You look a little like a skinhead.
No way.
Really?
No way. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. It happens all over Europe that the skins are, and then they.
I see it happening.
German skinheads are more.
And you know you Germans get crazy.
Germany,
you drink a little beer and right away you start conquering.
You point your finger on Germany. That's it.
No, come on. Who's gonna? I don't forgive Germany. I don't.
Of course.
I don't. I'll
Look,
tell you
if
what.
you did it once, you do it again.
I say once a Schweinhund, always a
You know how a
Schweinhund.
guy
But let me tell you
cheated on
something.
his wife can never trust him. We don't trust you.
A guy who cheats on his wife is always a wife cheater. But you I like. You're trying. I understand.
But I do believe, just like his brother, he'd put on that uniform and go.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you. You put on the uniform and go, too. I see it in you. You're a conqueror. You are built like a conqueror.
I wasn't in the military.
Were you bred for Aryan race? In other words, were your mother and father put together because you look like an Aryan. You look very manly.
Yes, well, I couldn't do anything about that. It was, my look.
And what is this radio thing? Now, what do you want to learn here?
I was having a look around to the station, and what you're doing here. I mean, you would.
Now that you see what we're doing, what do you think?
You don't. It's great.
We're making fun of Germans.
You wouldn't. Yeah, we don't do this kind of thing.
You don't do this?
No.
They're not
a talk show that much. You
should get on the air. Do you have a show? Do you actually have a talk show?
Yeah.
So are you on the air?
What do you do? Hello, this is the Jew Show. We are going to talk about Jews today.
This is Stefan from Hamburg.
Let me take a call. Hello, how much do you hate the Jews?
I hate the Jews more than you do, Stefan.
Well, prove it. I'll give you a minute to prove it. Quickly now. Quickly.
How to hate a Jew?
How do you hate the Jews?
Well, I would like to take the Jews, cut out their eyes, and put them in a woman's uterus and make ovaries out of them.
That's kid stuff.
All right, that's kid stuff.
I have an eye keychain.
Okay.
Okay, let me take another call here. This is the Stefan Show. And tell me, why do you hate the Jews?
I hate them because they don't lie still when you try to barbecue them.
Well, you really do it.
Always too feisty.
I think he wins.
You obviously hate the Jews very much. Now to our next caller. How much do you hate the Jews?
I hate them so much I wish that they'd do it all over again so I could go to Blinka for vacation and laugh my balls off.
All right, thank you. You really hate the Jews. We have time for one more call. Let's see how much you hate the Jews.
My father hated the Jews so much he chased them to Russia, all the way to China.
Hey, you sound like my father. This is the second show. All right, very good.
Stefan isn't laughing.
Stefan, I'm telling you, do a show like that, you will be number one in Germany.
No, in
really?
Hamburg. It's just in Hamburg.
Well, it's time to end the Stefan
You don't
Show.
go to Universal Radio?
I hate Jews too.
Excuse me?
You forgot me.
Yes?
I hate Jews.
You hate Jews too? And what is your name, Jackie the Jew Man? The Jackie the Jew hating man?
Jackie the Jew hater modeling.
Well, let me tell you something with the Jews today. They're too skinny, not enough meat on them. Rouse. Yeah, anyway, you are like.
They get all the money.
Jackie the Jew Man.
Yeah.
No, calm down. We're only kidding.
It's okay.
Yeah, we forgive and forget. No problem.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know the Jews buy Mercedes all the time now? Hey, what does this mean anyway? Hey, what does this mean? That's it. All right, turn that off because you're going to have a nervous breakdown.
He's starting to salute.
I can't listen to
Really?
that.
Seriously?
I can't
We're just testing
right
you.
now, I can't understand how this could happen. I know how it happens.
It happens. Everybody hates the Jews. Don't feel so bad. Believe me. Trust me. Believe me. That's how it happens. They get a little pushy. You work for them a couple of years.
It happens all the time.
Happens all the time.
Okay. Little schnapps.
Now, let me play this. Can you translate what Hitler's saying there? We never.
Can you run it back?
Can you run it back, Fred?
This might be a little chopped up, though, so.
Now, in the crowd.
We don't forget.
We don't forget?
Aber wir werden auch die nicht vergessen, die
But we won't forget those who
den richtigen Weg einschlagen.
What is he saying there? We won't forget those who
go the right way.
I see.
So there we
reward. Now, all those people in the crowd, you don't hear your father in there, do you?
Actually, I can't figure that out. No, he wouldn't do it.
Now, are you aroused hearing that at all? That's how you have to test you guys. No, okay.
If you want to spring out of your chair.
Do you want to spring out of your chair and salute?
I'm very uplifted.
Oh, yeah.
You're like Dr. Strangelove.
Let's jump in the Mercedes and whale.
Can't keep that hand down.
I came by subway.
All right, now listen. All right, listen, calm down. All right, so you are on the radio. You have the Stefan Show. Is it called the Stefan Show?
Well, no, it's not the call. It's
Radio
not called
Free
after the name of the jock.
What is the name of it? You're not the jock?
Yes, but it's not. The show is not named after the jock.
What's the show?
The
George Gerbil Show.
It's called Super Sound.
The George Gerbil Show.
It's an entertainment show on Sunday.
And what is the name of the show?
Super Sound.
Super Sound Show. You play records.
We play records, and we do. We do reports. We do interviews. We do features sometimes.
I see.
So it's a music show.
It's basically a music show. That's it. Right.
And with features.
With
features.
They're talking about news.
Well, let me think if I can impart some wisdom. After all, I am the most successful broadcaster in America. I am the man who single-handedly changed radio, and perhaps I can offer you some advice.
Okay.
I will search my brain. I will tap into my vast archive of radio knowledge.
Yes, and give him a little pearl.
So that you may walk out of here with a bit of wisdom for all German radio. Okay?
So, what would that be?
Oh, hold on, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, give me a break, huh? It takes me a second to think.
Yeah.
Germans are so pushy.
Yeah.
What will that be? Give me the information. Give us the information, Joe. Now. Raus.
10 seconds.
All right.
The choice is yours.
You need to go back to your people. Get on the air. Get in front of the microphone and instruct them to drown themselves. And this will be what is that?
You don't forget either.
Yeah, we don't forget either. No, what you must do is do a good show, entertain the always try to entertain the people, that's all, and try to do that, too. Okay, all right, well.
Oh, boy, that's some great advice.
Well, I don't know what advice to give you. For God's sakes, I don't know what to say. A lot of guys come from these other countries, Germany. I've had Germans in here before. I had a boatload of Germans in here. It was unbelievable. And
you did the same thing with the Jews and so on?
Sure, yes. Yeah. Read my book, Private Parts. Have you read that?
Well, yesterday.
There's a whole thing about Germans.
page 230.
Well, that's a good book, right?
Yeah, it is. It's very interesting.
Thank you.
No, Mein Kampf, but...
Yeah, you're comparing it to Mein Kampf.
That was
I wanted to name my book Mein Kampf?
Why?
Because I thought it would have been a catchy name.
That's a catchy name, yeah.
But all the Jews at Simon & Schuster wouldn't let me. So, no, what you got to do is, listen, I can't tell another broadcaster what to do. For me, I mean, if I was to give advice, I'd say get an Italian with huge teeth to be your producer. Right. Someone call him Fa Fooey. You know what I mean? Get a girl with huge cans, to work with you on the air. All these things only work for me. You have to find your own thing.
I know.
You understand what I'm saying?
Of course.
For me to somehow say the right thing to do.
I mean, you must went through hell when I went through the...
Through hell? I hired a hostile joke writer. Fred doesn't even allow me to talk to him. Oh, hell. Hell and worse. It was worse than World War II, what I've been through.
He risks his life every day.
Yeah, I mean, Fred hates me. Jackie's no pleasure of chest.
Hey.
That's right. You know what I would tell you to do? Because you're a creative person and you're on the air, as one creative person to another, which I assume you're creative. Thanks. What you got to do is hire a general manager whose head is as empty as a German temple.
And that will give you an echo chamber.
And you will be like this. Hello? Hello?
Echo chamber works.
How many Jews? No, absolutely.
Don't cower in the corner.
What was that?
Don't cower in the corner.
Right. Bygones be bygones. Let's get on with our future. That's what I'm saying, obviously.
We're partners, right?
We're partners in a lot of enterprises, Germans and the Americans.
Always together.
That's right. And watch your people. And if you see them gathering to have drinks in a beer hall, tell them to go home afterwards.
And they start wearing funny little outfits. And
you see a guy in a funny brown outfit, you laugh at him. You goof at him. You don't follow him out the door. That's all. All right? That's what you do. Well, you did that, so you might do it again.
Yeah, and you're supposed to be so smart. How could you do that?
Yeah, Germans are smart.
Are they?
Oh, yes. Highly intelligent. You have perfect breeding. Go weed out all the empty heads. All right, listen. Go now and be well.
Thanks.
March.
Thanks for having me.
March out of here.
I do.
O.J. guilty or innocent?
Thank you very much.
O.J. Simpson, you've been following the case?
Yeah, a little bit. It's everywhere you can read it. And you were asking me if he's guilty or not?
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Very good.
We in Germany, it isn't that big case.
Not a big case?
No.
They don't even know football in Germany.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Besides, there was only 2 deaths.
Not even the rule. Yeah.
Right. That's only 2 deaths. That's nothing. That's
amateur hour.
Amateur hour. We can kill thousands at a time.
In seconds.
Exactly.
The same question.
If O.J. had killed a Jew, it would be big news in Germany.
Right.
Unfortunately, it was too goy.
He'd be a hero.
Was it Ron Goldman was Jewish? I'm surprised in Germany they don't celebrate that.
One Jew, though.
Oh, one Jew. One Jew, big deal. You know, that's just like Americans. They kill one Jew, and right away everyone's excited. We killed thousands and thousands of Jews, and that was really what was happening. Listen, in your native language, I say to you, Sig Heil.
No, I would.
Is that bad to say? What does Sig Heil mean? Isn't that a greeting? No one says that anymore?
No, no one says that.
In your native tongue, then I say...
Dankeschön.
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 Dankeschön. And
Auf Wiedersehen.
And if I may be assistance again in the future, because I never get tired of this subject,
I don't know if you
come and visit me again.
If you want to go over to Germany.
No,
not visiting. I mean, just for a show.
No, not interesting. Not interesting. Yes, go ahead. Yeah, what would I do over there?
You're just maybe running the show maybe that night and introduce yourself to the Germans maybe. I don't know.
All right.
If you want to do that.
So I would go on your station and introduce the records?
No, not the records, your show.
Oh, I could do my show? You don't think I'd be lynched inside of 3 minutes? When I go into this Jewish material?
With this thing, maybe,
yeah, this might be a little intense.
This might be a little
Oh, come on, I think Germany could use this.
All right, so let me get your offer straight. You're offering me the airwaves in Germany to go on the air and I can speak in English?
Yeah, of course.
Oh.
Well, maybe at least it's a language lesson for them, maybe.
I might take you up on that. Very good.
Call the station, I mean.
Welcome to the Cyanide Show.
He's making the offer, now he's taking it back.
Now you're taking it back? How dare you.
You might have to change our name.
Yeah. Anyway, our peoples now are together, and as we come as one.
The Axis.
The Axis and the Allies meeting together, all together now under one roof.
Can't believe it.
Right.
A couple of years ago, who would have believed it? And yet here we are all together. All right?
How did you leave Germany in October?
I don't know.
Big holiday there.
Oktoberfest.
I couldn't catch a flight in September, so, you know.
Hey, if we come over, can we broadcast from a concentration camp? Because I want to take Gary.
Live from Auschwitz.
Yeah, live from Auschwitz. Live from Auschwitz.
You know, Auschwitz is in
$3
Poland.
for a quarter.
It's not in Germany.
Well, what have you got over there?
What do you got over there?
We have...
Buchenwald?
Buchenwald, yeah.
Live from Treblinka.
No, Treblinka is even not in Germany.
Don't be bored.
Sorry.
Look at that. They put all the concentration camps.
Buchenwald.
Live from Buchenwald. It's radio's worst nightmare. Howard Stern. I want to take Gary to a concentration camp so he learns how to concentrate.
Oh, boy, camp, Wolf.
Hey, Wolf, camp. And we could learn how to concentrate. Hey, concentration camp. Hey, do they play games here? Like concentration?
Prince of Persia?
I'm going to a concentration workshop.
I'd rather go to Prince of Persia camp.
Can't we do that instead?
All right, listen. Stefan?
Yes. Wow.
Gives me the chills just to say that.
Yeah.
I want to. By the way, your name is Steven over here, but Stefan.
Would be the German thing. Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you.
Me too.
And I'm a big fan of jackboots, so we are friends. Despite our people's differences, despite the fact that thousands upon thousands of our good men were killed during World War II.
What makes those young Germans so angry?
Well, come on. Come on, Robin, you know.
You know, why are they so, they're burning down hotels and so forth?
Because they wore their armbands too tight.
I see.
That's all.
I mean, you have your riots too in America. So.
No, that's just our blacks, okay? Let's not confuse everything.
See, you have
I know, but
a homogenous society over there. You're not supposed to
You're
have
homogenous.
You'll have your pesky shoppers.
All right, listen. Go now in peace.
I know.
Our peoples have come together in this room, and that is a positive sign for the future. I am willing to forget the fact that hundreds of thousands of our people died.
Yeah.
American soldiers went over there and had to fight. And fight. And you guys sided with the Nips. I'll never understand that. What the hell
that would have never worked. You know that.
Oh, the Germans would have eventually gotten rid of them. Little did they know. Even Stefan knows. He knows. He's nodding his head yes.
Yeah, it would never have worked.
That is correct. And you are once again smart and swifty. All right. I have to take a break now. I hope you've learned something. Have you learned? What have you learned here today?
That is, you never know. Once you come in here, you never know what's going on.
That's good. So you learn to do the unexpected.
You know that now you don't know.
That's
I know that I
You know that you'll never know what'll go on.
Thanks a lot.
I'm glad you're taking that back to Germany with you.
It was like a radio blitzkrieg.
Right.
Wow.
All right. There he goes. Stefan. The number one broadcaster in Germany. There he goes. And we'll be back.
Here's Howard.
And German guy Stefan was okay.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he was all right. He was a weird guy, though, you know.
What do you mean?
I kind of dug like when he goes, my father, well, he wasn't a Nazi.
It's kind of hard to reconcile the fact that your father was a Nazi.
Yeah, but it's like really weird because, I know, he goes, he was in, most of the Germans you meet today, everyone was in Russia or, because nobody gives a damn if they went to Russia. You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of Russians were killed.
Yeah, right. But he wasn't really where the action was. You know, he really didn't partake.
Oh, he's not in a concentration camp, is what you're saying.
Yeah, right. And then, because, he really wasn't a part of it. Then, meanwhile, they're holding midnight sessions of, like prayer meetings, trying to forget the war.
Yeah.
Don't say anything.
Well, he wasn't really a member of the party.
He was part of the carpool.
But ever since I was raised, we used to have midnight talks. And
we had midnight vigils.
We used to, what was it, like therapy groups they had?
His father would sit them down and say, don't ever do what I did.
What?
With a bayonet.
Anyway, yeah. But he's cool. I like Stefan. He's out in the hall. I was
That's a tough legacy, I'll tell you.
Yeah. We were just teasing him. Hey, a little teasing. He could take that for the sins of his parents. Right? He could take
Hey, this ribbing was nothing compared
to
the war.
Little teasing's nothing.
And the extermination of 6 million Jewish people.
Plus, I signed his paper back.
Oh, well, that was nice of you.
That's right. Give him a little signature there. To Stefan. Anyway, Robin.
Favorite?
No, he's okay. I like Stefan.
Well, you're very forgiving.
Oh, yeah, I forgive him.
You didn't lose anybody.
Of course not. Robin, go ahead.
All right. Well, of course, there's always O.J. information. There's going to be another hearing in the O.J. Simpson case today, and one newspaper won't be there because Judge Ito has barred the Los Angeles Daily News from entering the courthouse.
Judge Ito's a strong and powerful man.
Well, you keep thinking this banning the camera idea of his is ridiculous and that he'll never do it. But I see signs.
No, don't look in the signs.
That Judge Ito...
You see signs.
Wants those cameras out of there. He's very angry at the news business, and it looks like he's got a grudge against them, and he's now in a position of wielding some power over them, and he's going to do it, I think.
No, he's not. He enjoys the fame. Judge Ito likes it, and Judge Ito will not ban the cameras. He's just he's getting them in line, the newspapers, by banning one newspaper, that's all.
Well, what happened was the Daily News published some of the parts of the questionnaire that the jurors filled out, and they released this information, or they published the information prior to its release by the judge. So he understands, he's again saying, I'm sick and tired of all these leaks. I don't know where this information is coming from.
Again.
They're now going to look into whether the leaks are coming out of the Los Angeles Police Department.
Again, this leak has nothing to do with the camera in the courtroom. And not only that, let me tell you something. I'll tell you something about human nature. Forget about everything you're reading, Robin. Judge Ito is a guy. Judge makes an okay living. It's the most exciting thing ever happened in his life.
Yeah, but if he bans the cameras, then he's more lucrative on the talk show circuit afterwards.
Nobody will give a rat's ass if they can't see it. If we can't see it, we ain't thinking about it.
Let me say something about
Judge Ito is the biggest star. He is a bigger star right now than Bruce Lee.
But he's
that's right.
not as big as O.J.
No, O.J. is the principal star. Judge Ito is the co-star, a supporting character. And let me tell you something about him. He's stealing the show. There's Judge Ito. He sits there. He doesn't have a lot of lines.
O.J.'s such a consummate actor that even with a look, he commands it.
He's like Abe Lincoln, Judge Ito. Judge Ito is the star in his neighborhood. He goes home now. His kids look at him differently.
Oh, he's a celebrity, I'm sure.
He is a big celebrity. Those cameras, I would bet anything that those cameras will never be banned. If I know my Judge Ito, and I do, he like it. I like to be recognized.
Like it very much.
In Japan, it is not rape.
Hey, Pop, you gonna put away OJ? Oh, not so fast.
Hey, be quiet.
Number one son.
Number two son.
Not so fast.
But let me tell you something. In Japan, it would not be honorable to be on TV and be judge. But here, it is considered a great thing.
Unless I get makeup man. I need laugh.
Like in Japan, you're supposed to be humble.
Maybe that's why he grew the beard, because he didn't want to have to put on makeup?
That is right. I grew Abe Lincoln beard. Me American now. Me no longer live in Japan.
And wear giant glasses.
Me wear stovepipe hat.
Yes. Frig Japan.
He scheduled a hearing on November 7th to consider banning cameras from the courtroom. So, I mean, we've got to wait a long time to find out what he's going to do.
He is a bigger star than Bruce Lee right now. That is, in Japan, that is considered the greatest honor. Because Bruce Lee, they hold up higher than anybody.
Bruce Lee was Chinese, wasn't he?
Yeah, but the Japanese loved him. They worshipped him like he was a full Japanese. Hey, I'd like to get a room full of Japanese and Chinese and see if they can pick out who's which. I tell you something, Robin.
Yes.
Now I on TV every day. Me host Talk Soup. For
That's what we're looking forward to now.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait for that job.
What's on Talk Soup? Hey, here is a clip from Jerry Springer. E is for Emperor.
Do you know what's happening on E tonight?
Oh, you like printing.
What?
Now you do.
You like it printing.
A new Harris poll says 50% of the people surveyed say they believe O.J. Simpson is guilty as charged. The rest were split equally between those who think he is not guilty and those who don't know.
You have to be from Germany not to know.
A poll of lawyers released yesterday said 61% of the lawyers believe that Simpson will not be convicted.
61% of lawyers. You know why? Because lawyers now run this country. Isn't that sickening? Lawyers.
Why is that sickening, Howard?
61% of lawyers believe OJ is as guilty as anything.
How do we know those guys?
And everyone knows he's guilty. Even the 50%. Robin did that survey. I don't believe this. 50% of those people who said that they didn't think OJ was guilty or don't know.
They know he's guilty?
They know he's guilty. Everyone knows it. There's a big game we're playing.
But do you understand that this is what our justice system has come down to? It's not about justice at all.
No, it's about winning.
It's a football game.
Yeah, how do we know those lawyers aren't lying?
I guarantee you, if I did the survey, I could get a hold of these people and get to their true emotions.
You're going to argue a case with each one.
85% of all Americans not only think O.J. is guilty, they think O.J. is guilty, his lawyers are guilty, and they should fry them all in the electric chair, all of them sitting on top of O.J.'s lap. What do you think of that?
Well, what's wrong with the other 15%?
There's a problem. They're illegal aliens.
Did you realize that there are people who are writing to Judge Ito begging him to ban the cameras from the courtroom?
Now, what imbecile would do that?
These are the kind of people who always want to ruin somebody else's good time.
Yeah.
They don't have to watch it if they don't want to.
No. They don't want us watching.
That's right. They want to stop us from doing something.
That's the Jerry Falwell syndrome, I call it. He don't want you reading Playboy magazine.
He doesn't have to read it.
No.
But he wants you not to read it either.
Yeah, you'll get in trouble.
But so far, they say the law clerks have counted more than 1,400 pieces of mail. And there's no contest. Only 8 people who wrote to Judge Ito want him to keep the cameras in the courtroom.
Can you believe 1,400 people individually all wrote the same dopey letter?
Redders. Oh, we get redders. We get your redder every day. Mailman. Oh, yeah. Konnichiwa.
But, you know, they'll pay more attention to 1,400 letters than they will to 95 million people who watched O.J. in the white Bronco.
That's because I got fan club.
You think O.J., do you think Judge Ito knows karate? Wouldn't that be cool?
If he was a chopsocky judge.
Yeah, like a chopsocky. Like things get out of hand and O.J. makes a break for the door and Judge Ito has to, like, karate him.
Konnichiwa.
Instead of a gavel.
Oh,
Yubiwasa.
That'd be great if he got real pissed off and he stood up into the chop and cut the desk.
It'd be like a Bruce Lee movie.
Well, I don't think he's that proficient in the martial arts.
That'd be cool. These old Japanese have some belt or some kind, degree in karate arts.
Well, again, is he Japanese?
You know what scene that reminds me of?
What?
Remember in, I think it was in 16 Candles, the movie with Molly Ringwald?
Yeah.
Where that Japanese kid is living with Molly's family?
Yes.
And the whole football team walks over and they're ready to kick his ass. And they say, do you know karate? He goes, no. And they just beat his ass in. You have to check with the Japanese guy first.
That's right, you ask first.
That's kind of cool.
But why would you tell the truth?
Yeah, right. You know karate? No. And beat his ass.
if somebody named him Lance, he must know karate.
And Rancito.
Why would your parents name you a name they can't pronounce?
Yeah, I know, that's weird. Do you think his friends weren't like, hey, Rance?
Rantarot.
Because that's like my father was born to immigrant parents, and they couldn't say, my father's real name is Bernard.
Really?
Yeah, they couldn't, that's what it says on his birth certificate, and they called him Ben. They couldn't say his name. That's the kind of gene pool I'm coming from. I swear, I'd rather have come from the uterus of a monkey. Where'd that come from? All right. Well, let's take a break and we'll read. You hear Jackie's reaction?
Yes. That was...
Do it, Billy.
Jesus.
All right, let's take a break and we'll be back right after these words. Where were we?
We were in the news.
Glad someone's keeping track.
A Haitian military leader has fled to the Dominican Republic. That's,
Howard.
I think, the first defection now that the Americans are there, and Jean-Bertrand Aristide is going to retake power. He says he will return to the country by October 15th.
Jean-Bertrand. You've been practicing that one. You said that really good.
I took years of French, Howard.
Can you say it again?
Jean-Bertrand Aristide.
You love saying it.
Up all night.
Yeah. In front of the mirror.
Right, like I don't have anything else to do.
Cats are on the ledge.
Now say it again, Robin.
Jean-Bertrand Aristide.
Again?
Jean-Bertrand Aristide.
I think you've got it. Robin, you were saying about, what's his name again?
Jean-Bertrand Aristide.
You have learned your lesson.
Hey, I have a Frenchman here. What do you think of Robin's French?
I think it is wonderful. I love the way her ass crinkles when she says Jean.
What?
You said her ass crinkles?
Her ass crinkles.
How did you see that?
Oh, I have a very tricky ass myself.
I see.
She's a wonderful ass.
Well, it doesn't look like the Parliament
God-given ass
is going to...
You should put a beret on each breast.
...grant amnesty to the former leaders there, Howard. So
right.
They think that more and more of them will probably skip across the border as well.
They will flee. What border do they have?
They go to the Dominican Republic.
Oh, I see. Who would know that?
Well,
you know a lot of stuff.
Map.
Yeah, like maybe if I took time out of my own egocentric view of the world.
What's right next door to Haiti?
Yeah.
She is not only smart. Sorry, but she is not only smart, but she has lively brown ass. Living, whip your ass.
See, he's French. I think he's saying he's complimenting your eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you know that the tsunami threat for the West Coast has passed?
That's not French. You didn't say it that well. What is the tsunami threat?
I guess it's because of the 8.2 earthquake they had in Japan. They were expecting some kind of a ripple effect that could possibly happen on the West Coast.
Oh, my.
It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Sometimes it causes tidal waves out there, but nothing has happened in Hawaii or California or Oregon or Washington, and the tsunami warning has been lifted.
Well, they have flood insurance.
Japan, however, is continuing to suffer aftershocks.
So say it in Japanese.
I didn't take years of Japanese.
Does this affect the jetty?
They say the...
Tsunami, Nancy, it's a tsunami!
Aftershocks larger than 5.0 on the Richter scale may happen for months.
Tsunami.
We're having a tsunami in Long Island Sound.
Tsunami. Quick, get the joke tapes. Tsunami's coming.
And some of them could be as high as 6.5 or greater. That's the level of some earthquakes. So you call them aftershocks if you want.
We're going to have to hang all the joke cards on the laundry line again.
Oh, don't like tsunami, but I love bologna more.
Humor and everything.
Do you give your kids adult or over-the-counter cough medications, Howard?
I give them beer.
Is Triaminic over the
That would
counter?
be over-the-counter, yes.
Not with codeine. I guess we do, sure. I guess my wife does. I don't believe in any of that, but
well,
she does.
The health statistics say that lots of kids are getting these cold medications, and they really do nothing.
They don't do anything.
Kids get from something like 6 to 8 upper respiratory infections a year.
Yeah, tell me about it.
And they usually last about 5 days.
Right.
And they're going to last that long, and they're going to persist as long as they do, and they're going to get more colds
I'll tell you what.
all year long. And people apparently are very affected by the TV advertising. They feel that they need to do something, so they run out and get this stuff, and it does absolutely nothing. And it can have some adverse side effects.
Yeah, it can.
Because children are very sensitive to these things, much more sensitive than adults.
I'll tell you, for me, when I used to take that kind of stuff, it would dry out my throat and make my sore throat worse.
Well, you're an adult. They say children are even more sensitive, and so they could have some very negative effects.
Yeah. I guess cough medicines and all that stuff, it's sort of like Fred. No matter what you do, they don't help.
But you can get a good buzz from 6 Triaminics.
Drink them.
Just drink them. Shooters.
Shooters.
So let me just be a warning to you. If you're giving your children those medications, you may be hurting them. You're certainly not helping them.
When are you going to do more French?
I don't know if there's any more French on the bill today. 6 school board employees have been charged with improperly using school supply money in an undercover investigation. Hello, you turned off your mic. I thought.
Yeah, no, I was having a coughing fit. If you hear me disappearing, that's what's going on.
Oh, okay. They set up some kind of an undercover operation where they pretended to be some phony supply company, and they got these people to start ordering their own TV sets and barbecue grills and furniture that they claimed, of course, was for schools, but it was never delivered to the schools. It was delivered to their homes. So they've charged these people. The school board president said this is awful. These people are no better than common thieves. And to think that even one school kid could have gone without crayons or paper or classroom furniture because someone pocketed the money angers him greatly.
Wow.
Got thieves everywhere. First Lady Hillary Clinton's brother, Hugh Rodham, has won a runoff election in Florida for the Democratic nomination to the U.S. Senate.
Wow.
He defeated Orlando talk show host Mike Wiley. What's going on down there?
Gee, why wouldn't you want to vote for some talk show host in Florida? Don't you think they have all the answers?
He now faces incumbent Republican Connie Mack in November.
Connie Mack.
It was Hillary that put him over the top, so apparently he needed help to defeat the talk show host.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hillary came down there and campaigned a lot for him, and now they think his brother-in-law, Bill, will also be headed that way.
Did he give full financial disclosure to the talk show host?
We should check into that to see if he did. Because, look, we could have been having this kind of fun. You could have been debating, elections to watch.
Yeah, we're pissed.
But no, you had to drop out. Also at the White House yesterday, Nelson Mandela, the president of South Africa, was here. He was honored. They had a whole big White House display. Lots of businessmen came to talk about whether they should invest in business in South Africa. And Nelson Mandela offered this thank you to America for its support during the days of apartheid.
Before he left, and his campaign.
There you go.
What?
I don't know. It got clipped off. Wait a second.
He's running for the fact that before he left, and his campaign.
This is Nelson Mandela?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
His English is pretty good.
Let's play Nelson Mandela.
All right. I'll play that. You ready now?
I'm ready.
We salute you for taking our concerns as your own. We thank you
Put him back in jail.
support and for your commitment Now to our newly achieved.
Now for the newly achieved. Salute.
You people make fun of anything.
Be fair to the guy. He had a shot of Novocaine before he gave the speech.
He had some dental.
Robin Quivers.
And to the reconstruction and development program of our country.
And Robin Quivers have a nice ass.
Yeah, great.
I bet you great.
We salute you.
People of Earth.
That's what it reminds me of. People of Earth, we salute you.
I am 76 years old. My mouth is 112.
Taking our concerns as your own.
So everybody doesn't speak as perfectly as you, Billy.
Baba Billy.
Hillary, touch my lap.
So he's like the leader of... what happened to all the white people in South Africa? Have they killed him yet?
No, they're still there, and I think they're having lots of problems trying to hold on to everything they own. Yeah.
I like 60 Minutes. They had like a bunch of white people who own this farm.
Yeah.
And all the Africans just started moving back onto their land.
Right, they figure now we got a claim, we'll move back on.
What's this? Yeah, like the white people are freaking out. Hey, it's called like they're taking their land back.
Yeah.
Well, I paid for this years ago.
Don't care, you paid the wrong people.
That's too bad.
We didn't even want to sell.
You.
Take a
Pretoria.
A federal judge in California has ruled that the state's gas chamber must be shut down. Stop that. Calling it, in the judge's words, inhumane and having no place in civilized society.
It's like a gas chamber here with Jackie.
If the ruling is upheld, it would require California to execute condemned prisoners by lethal injection only. Right now they can do either or, and the executee, I guess, gets to choose. This is the first time a federal judge has ruled that any method of execution violates the constitutional ban on cruel and unusual punishment. Matt Coles, who's a spokesman for the ACLU, explains why the judge made his decision. Stop it.
Execution by armpits.
The judge relies on San Quentin's own records and literally hundreds of eyewitness accounts of executions. So I think this is a very solid decision that says, look, gas is a very slow, very painful way to die.
I agree. It is very slow. Very painful.
It is a painful way to die.
Very painful.
San Quentin.
You should go in the bathroom after Ed Moyer. An hour afterwards, you could still die.
Good morning.
I have a meeting at 9.
Can't a guy, dude.
Sad news for smokers. The House of Representatives has passed and sent to the Senate legislation to ban smoking on international flights into and out of the United States.
Bastards.
That means on those long international flights you couldn't even smoke.
Because I'm never going to Europe. I'll never go to Euro Disney. What if you climb out the window and smoke on the wing? What if I bring my own helmet? My own special isolation booth so I can smoke. Like a smoke cone of silence.
Sorry, it looks like that's not going to be legal anymore.
I can't sit out on the wing much longer. My hair blew off. Over Greenland. I lost my hair over Greenland. If somebody finds it, send it back.
Yeah, put your
stamps on the inside.
Put your address and phone number in there.
Guaranteed postage returned. I've been sitting out on the wing smoking. They won't let me smoke inside the plane, and my wig blew off.
We'll pay reward for return of hair.
I just had to vacation in the continental U.S.
Well, there's no smoking here either.
Yeah, but I'll drive. Take a train.
They've also determined that caffeine, as in coffee, can produce the same dependency
Did you say caffeine?
as alcohol or drugs.
Caffeine is another vice of mine. If they ban caffeine, I'm screwed.
Those traits include developing a tolerance for the substance or getting less of a kick from the same amount of caffeine, trying unsuccessfully to quit or cut down, and an inability to give up the habit even when ordered by a doctor.
By the way, for those of you listening in Florida, these are all inside jokes. The rest of the audience knows what's going on. You just don't
You'll
yet.
catch up.
You'll catch on. Scott smokes a lot. He's our engineer. And
But some good news for people who dye their hair, Howard.
yeah, Jackie.
They have done a study on women, and they have determined that there doesn't seem to be an increased risk of cancer
I told you.
from dyeing your hair for over 20 years.
What about smoking? Have they removed that as a risk of cancer?
No, that's still a
I'll
problem.
gargle with hair dye.
The only thing that showed any signs that it should be, you should take precautions is women who have used black hair dye.
Hey, Jackie, all that hair dye makes you hyper, right?
Oh, yes.
That may be a little
You better stop dyeing your hair. Let it go gray. Guy's 100 years old. He has bright blonde hair.
You're amazing.
He's ashamed of himself. Accurate.
It looks like Larry King has scored a big one. He interviewed Marlon
got a 20-year-old?
Brando. No. Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando.
He hasn't done a live interview.
Does Larry know?
Human memory, they say here.
Does Larry know why he gets those interviews?
Well, you can tell him. I don't think he understands.
Because it's such fluff. Barbara Walters looks like a hard journalist compared to what Larry King does. Now tell me, Marlon, how do you know how to act? You're so brilliant.
I act by instinct. A lot of times, I don't think about how I'm going to do, Larry. I think about just the scene, and then I talk.
Right. Tell the people at home why you agreed to do the interview with me.
Because a cardboard box, Larry, is more threatening than you.
That's right.
You know...
Who were your big influences? These are the hardball questions,
My God. A couple of years ago, I started sounding like Dominic Barber. So I would say that he is a big influence. The big fan attorney.
Right.
Ben and Jerry.
But Larry King doesn't... I mean, if I was ever in trouble and they wanted to send me to jail and I had to...
see Larry
I go see Larry King. I wouldn't go see Mike Wallace. I go see Larry King.
Well, on Friday night at 9 for a 90-minute interview, Marlon sits and talks to Larry King.
Is that paint on your head? What is that, paint?
Well, you've embarrassed me, Marlon. Yes, in fact, I paint the back of my head. I just put some black paint on there so that people wouldn't know.
You think you could paint the back of my head? That's pretty fine.
Tonight, hello, I'm Larry King. Many of you have complained in the past of my interviews that they haven't been tough enough or hard enough. But tonight I will put Marlon Brando through a grueling 90-minute interview. My first question, Mr. Brando. How did you get here tonight?
I took a plane, Larry.
All right. Wow, what a revelation.
Exactly what flight was that?
Well, the flight was... Larry, I'd have to go look that up. But I can get the first class.
What was the movie?
The movie was Pretty in Pink.
Did you like it?
Very much so.
What did you think of the actors?
Mr. Brando, I've been accused of throwing softball questions, so I have to ask you a few tough ones.
Larry, please don't get too personal.
I must, because I have to prove myself as a journalist. Now, Mr. Brando, what color are your socks?
My socks are red, Larry.
I really would rather not answer that.
Do you have HBO?
No, on the island of Maui we don't have HBO, but in my California Malibu mansion we do.
Have you seen Quiz Show?
I believe I have. That would be an affirmative, yes. Any other questions, Larry? Do you have any more questions? Is that it for you? Because I think we're almost out of questions. And interview.
Well, I see I'm running out of time. We're almost at the end, but I'll ask you one last question. Have you ever played Candyland, the game?
I'd rather not answer that. In light of the fact that my son was up on television.
What about Twister? Shoots and ladders.
I didn't know that. My son-in-law was killed.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Excuse me?
Milton Bradley dogfight.
No, I don't know answer any of these questions that pertain to children. That's a little personal, Larry, don't you think? That's the kind of question Barbara Walters would ask. That's precisely why I didn't do her show.
Let me ask you a Barbara Walters type question, please.
I told you no Barbara Walters type questions.
If you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be?
I'm not going to answer that. That's not the kind of question I came here to answer, okay?
Now we'll go to the phones.
No, he did it in his room, in his house, so there won't be any phone callers.
No phones.
Our first call is from Uncle Jim.
I would like to know.
All right, go ahead.
Linda McCartney has
Loudmouth.
a whole business where she prepares these meatless meals and freezes them. She's been so successful that she's now expanding the business. She was in Detroit yesterday talking about her new line, or the expansion of her line of vegetarian foods. She was celebrating the sale of her 100 millionth meatless meal.
Hold on, Robin. Quiet down, Linda. You'll get your chance.
Celebrate. So here she is to say that it's really easy to go meatless.
Hi, Grandma.
And it takes you a little bit of an adjustment, and she'll tell you how to do it here.
All right. See? Bark once for yes.
It's funny, it's so simple, really. I mean, people think meat. Oh, well, I love my meat. But meat actually...
I love my meat.
My husband says it's like when you bite the side of your mouth. Meat has no taste. It's how we flavor it. It's the sauces. It's the barbecue sauce or the gravy, whatever. So I found it
Who cares?
quite easy because that's what I used to do with meat. So I just started doing it to other things.
She must be great in the sack. A lot of fun, huh?
That's what they sit around and talk about?
Real serious woman.
It's like biting the side of your mouth. Linda, you said the meat makes the side of your mouth. The sauces we use, really, you know.
She must be a lot of fun. Now, all of a sudden, she's an expert. You know, she married Paul McCartney. Now she's like a whole thing. Everybody wants to be famous. Go take pictures. Take pictures of your husband and sell them.
Well, how do you go veggie if you want to go veggie?
I figure for people who want to go veggie, in truth, it takes about 2 months to rethink everything. Probably a lot.
I spent my whole day looking for legumes.
Last night, we went veggie over 20 years ago, and there was nothing out there. Now there's so much you can get. But you rethink. You have to fill that hole on the plate because we're so taught to eat meat that we don't even, we're blinkered on it. But now the doctors are saying it's bad for your heart and it might give you...
Remember when English people used to sound cool?
Yeah.
Like whatever they said sounded cool. Now they sound like idiots.
But she's not even English.
I know. And she sounds English.
She's a dog with 6 breasts.
She's an American, and now she has a British accent.
Yeah. We're blinkered.
We're blinkered. All good.
Can you imagine the nerve of her?
Blinkered.
She's got a British accent, and she's born... Where was she born?
Here, in the East Coast somewhere.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Hello.
You have to fill the hole in your plate.
Oh, you'll be going blanket. Bloody lovely.
We're blinkered.
Love.
Answer. People are starting to think that way. So you really do have to rethink, but it's so much fun.
It's so much
I think it's like a whole new beginning to go veggie.
That's a whole new beginning, love. I'm a bleeding phony. You could go veggie if I could go British accent.
What's the big deal?
What's the big deal, my love? Put lentils on your lap.
She must be from Baltimore like you. Probably got a British accent.
It's a family.
Remember that Hanukkah show Roseanne wanted you to be a part of?
Yeah.
It's been canceled.
Yeah, I canceled it.
ABC wasn't real thrilled with the guests.
Yeah, they must hate Jews like everyone else.
Including Neil Diamond.
Couldn't get a big enough
Yeah, Roseanne came in here, and during the commercial, she goes, would you like to be on the Hanukkah show? I said, well, I'm really half Jewish. I don't know if I qualify. She goes, no, you could qualify. She goes, well, we got a lot of big names like Neil Diamond. I went, this is in trouble. Yeah.
They hated the jokes, hated the whole idea of turning the Jewish winter holiday into a comedy skit, according to...
what else is it good for, Robin?
New York. We make fun of Christmas. Why can't we make fun of Hanukkah? They said there wasn't enough time to fix the show because Hanukkah's happening early this year. November 27th it starts. You didn't tell me that.
I told you.
They say they'll try it again next year, I suppose.
Yeah.
And Sean Lennon is moving home. You know, he went out on his own for a little while and was living in Los Angeles. But they say today in Inside New York that
rich boys can't make it on their own.
To live with Yoko.
Of course. Why would he move out on that gold mine? He's got to watch his money. She's almost ready for the grave with all the smoking and...
He didn't want to go to college, so...
Why bother?
He's decided to go back to New York.
His greatest accomplishment...
California was not to his liking.
His greatest accomplishment was being John Lennon's sperm. All these rich boys. Bob Guccione Jr., all of them.
He didn't find L.A. intellectually stimulating. He missed home, and he wanted to be with his mother.
He missed seeing Yoko naked. You know, maybe he'll catch a glimpse and run around the apartment. Why would you want to live with your mommy?
If you didn't have to. Maybe she doesn't give him money.
I don't know why you want to live with your mommy and be that old. Fred, you answer that. He moved out finally, too, believe me. Even Fred moved out. Go ahead, Fred. Take a bow. Go ahead. Go ahead, you independent bastard.
Doesn't even visit his mother now.
Yeah, right.
So that's what's happening.
All right, Robin. Nice job on that newscast.
Really?
You didn't think she did a good job?
I'm just surprised she's done.
No, she handled this up professionally today.
Oh, I don't usually.
Sometimes you go crazy.
How did I make that mistake?
Yeah. Robin, nice job, but it is time for us to go.
Oh,
you sound real upset.
Marty is such sweet sorrow.
We had fun today, didn't we?
Yes, of course.
Tomorrow you have to look forward to that. Be quiet over there, you.
Jean-Claude Killy, just for Jackie.
Yeah. Tomorrow you look forward to that Washington tape. And give me the plugs, will you? Thanks. On the E! Show tonight, I think it's Stuttering John and Stuttering Vic.
That's what you said, yeah.
We got to get those girls in, the Butt Bongo girls in, too, on the E! Show.
They weren't supposed to be on the show. They are rejected for the E! Show.
That's right.
You going to run the Butt Bongo tonight?
No, it's part 2 of Stuttering John.
When are you running the Butt Bongo? When will that air? Whenever I want?
Right now.
We'll go back and watch it now. I'd like to see that again. You got to get that German guy on, too. What? I can't hear you, pal.
That's good, too. That's good, too.
Everything was good.
I know that's good. That's why I did it. Everything I do is good. I never have a clunker on this show. Jackie New Rave Joke Page Martling. To order Jackie's comedy CD or cassette, only $10 plus free shipping and handling. Indian Summer Special, buy 2, get 1 free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Tomorrow night, there's a big show at Rascals.
The CDs come with an ear of corn here.
Yeah. Tomorrow night's a big show at Rascals by the Shore. Jackie at his most comfortable when he's at Rascals in Ocean Township, New Jersey. Still some tickets left. You can get in. For raunchy jokes and info, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 922-WINE is not a pay service. Don't miss Fred Norris appearing at the 2nd annual Don Furman Memorial Dock Race this weekend, October 8th and 9th in Montauk. For information, call 516-329-0604.
That's this weekend?
You can bike with Fred.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Spend an evening with Vava Fawai at the Learning Annex, October 20th, as he gives a guest lecture on Behind the Scenes of The Howard Stern Show. To register, call 212-570-6500. Don't forget to buy Stuttering John's new CD, which is surprisingly damn good, available at record stores everywhere. And to get on Stuttering John's mailing list, call 201-942-OUCH. Don't miss Steve the Gorilla in VIP room at the futuristic new Club Expo, located in 43rd Street between...
He just hangs out in the VIP room?
Yeah. 6th and...
What is he, cleaning?
He's just so proud that he just stands there. 6th and 7th Avenue this Friday night, October 7th.
Very important person.
And if you're planning a wedding or Christmas party, you need a mobile DJ, now's the time to call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG.
What about Hanukkah? He doesn't do Hanukkah parties?
He's like those things. His Hanukkah party was canceled. Hanukkah.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
The yarmulke is an ashtray.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
KEGL Fort Worth, Dallas.